Good evening and welcome to Edgerton, Ohio, as we get set to bring you a critical GMC matchup tonight in high school football. Tonight it is the undefeated and state-ranked Edgerton Bulldogs sitting at 4-0 on the year and 1-0 in the GMC, set to square off with winless Wayne Trace, 0-4 on the year and 0-1 in the Green Meadows Conference. This is the AG Irrigation pregame show where you can maximize yield, minimize waste, and then water when needed. Andy Brigle with you on this beautiful Friday night, but a little warmer and a touch muggier, not like overwhelming, stifling humidity, but it is definitely warmer and something that's a little atypical for mid to late September. We're at 82 degrees as we approach kickoff and basically going to see temps stay in the 70s as the night rolls on to get this game completed. Usually a little bit cooler weather here as we get to this point in time, but we're in the midst of not quite an Indian summer yet, but certainly much warmer temperatures here in the mid to late September month. Happy to have you here with us tonight. We say an important matchup because Edgerton, even a week in, is right in the thick of things in the GMC with all of their critical work ahead of them. And when we talk about that, we talk about the schedule, and this is just on paper in terms of the big hitters, the heavy hitters coming up for Edgerton in the next few weeks. This week and next week, it's a take care of business type of week for Edgerton. Wayne Trace tonight, Ayersville next week on the road. Both those teams are winless as we begin play tonight. For the Raiders, they are just looking for a life support system right now. They're 0-4 against a very difficult schedule that we'll get into here in just a few moments, and just looking for something positive to happen. They have played really one close game. Week 2, they lost to a one-win Spencerville team, 25-21. Everything else has been pretty much stifling. New Bremen and Paulding in particular. They were in it with Crestview for a while, but ended up seeing Crestview pull away. We're just getting started here on the AG Irrigation pregame show. Time for us to step out. When we come back, we'll talk about both these teams and have conversations presented by Brian Ford Lincoln. So stay with us. It's Edgerton and Wayne Trace on B-Rock Sports.
United Oil in Ney supplies and delivers home heating oil, farm fuel, diesel, and propane for your home, farm, or business throughout Northwest Ohio and with dependable service and competitive pricing. Call 1-800-962-9839. That's 1-800-962-9839 or stop by United Oil in Ney, serving you with dependable service for over 70 years. United Oil saying good luck to all athletes in this game.
In a world where fandoms collide, one library dares to bring them all together. Bryan, Ohio, it's time to suit up. The Williams County Public Library is throwing the ultimate celebration of fandom, fun, and community. Fountain City Fandomonium is back. Saturday, September 27th at the main branch in Bryan from 10 until 3, and it's absolutely free. Join your neighbors, friends, and fellow fans for a day of cosplay contests, games, artists, authors, vendors, crafts, panels, and more. Whether you're repping a lightsaber, a magic wand, or a vintage comic tee, there's a place for you here. This isn't just a fan event, it's a community celebration of creativity, imagination, and all the things we love. So mark your calendars, gather your crew, and let's make some magic together at Fountain City Fandomonium, only at your Williams County Public Library.
Attention barbecue, brew, and music lovers. It's time for the 18th Annual Defiance Rib Fest, Saturday, September 27th in downtown Defiance. You'll get the best barbecue in Northwest Ohio from several vendors. Live music featuring the Battle of the Band winners, Deep Cuts, Vinyl on Tap, and Strange Generation. Plus the headline band, The Amazing Wrecked. Admission is just $10, and kids under 10 and seniors 65 and over are free. Gates open at 3:30. It's the perfect Saturday at the 18th Annual Defiance Rib Fest, Saturday, September 27th in downtown Defiance. All proceeds benefit the Defiance Main Street and Visitors Bureau projects and activities.
Bryan Home Center is coming to the local fair. Check out their beautiful poly furniture and flooring displays, and don't miss your chance to sign up for the drawing to win up to 2,000 square feet of flooring free. Stop by the Bryan Home Center booth at the local county fairs, see the styles, feel the quality, and maybe take home the floor of your dreams.
Friday, September 26th, it's country music star Tyler Farr live in concert at the Hillsdale County Fair. Get your tickets now at hillsdalecountyfair.org. And he's bringing the party to Hillsdale with special guests Hayden Ladd and rising star the Jason Cross Band. Tyler Farr in concert Friday, September 26th. Tickets are on sale now at hillsdalecountyfair.org. Doors open at 5:30, concert at 6:30. Presented by Jonesville Walmart. Get your tickets today at hillsdalecountyfair.org.
Fall is the time for planting.
Fall is the time for planting, and Farrell's Lawn and Garden Center is the place to get all your fall planting items during their fall savings sale going on now through the end of the month. Get to Farrell's to find all the fruit and berry trees you need for your yard this year. Farrell's can service all your landscaping needs, whether it's a do-it-yourselfer project or you need the professionals to do the work for you. Call Farrell's today. Farrell's Lawn and Garden Center on County Road D just west of Bryan. Farrell's, changing people's lives by changing the way they live outdoors.
Did you know that when you support the United Way of Williams County, you're helping raise money for local agencies and programs so they can focus on what they do best, helping others? That's the heart of what we do. Our mission is simple: to improve lives right here at home by strengthening health, education, and financial stability for those who need it most. You can be a part of it at our campaign kickoff reverse drawing Saturday, October 4th at 6 p.m. at the Bryan Eagles. Tickets are $50 cash or check, $52 online, and includes dinner. Get yours today at UnitedWayWC.org. The United Way of Williams County. United is the way. Are you looking to make a difference in your community? The Fraternal Order of Eagles, Erie 2233 in Bryan, with a membership of more than 1,600, are committed in the support of all area schools and charities, with annual donations totaling more than $200,000. We committed to being an organization defined by people helping people. Our Erie features live entertainment on weekends at a kitchen that is open to the public, with daily breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials, and Friday night fish fries starting every fall throughout the school year. If you're interested in being a part of an organization of people helping people, stop in and fill out a membership application today. We at the Fraternal Order of Eagles offer a one-time free first-year dues to all veterans, police, fire, and supporting first responders. For specific rules, stop in at 221 South Walnut Street in Bryan. To the listening audience on WBNO and WQCT, we say thank you and good luck to all area athletes in tonight's contest.
Andy Brigle back with you here at Stauffer Field in Edgerton, Ohio. This is the AG Irrigation pregame show. Time now to dive into the keys, time to dive into a conversation about both these teams. And that conversation brought to you by Bryan Ford Lincoln. Stop in now and take advantage of some great savings on new and used vehicles and a terrific selection of vehicles at Bryan Ford Lincoln. Edgerton, a 4-0 start to the season, and they have rolled in 3 of them, defeating Eden 41-14, Hilltop 42-0, and Antwerp 47-14. Had to rally in week 3 in a game we did to knock off Montpelier 29-28. Maddox Baker is on the heels of a record-breaking performance as far as Edgerton school history. In that win last week over Antwerp, he threw 6 touchdown passes, which is a school record. He is completing 66% of his passes, has thrown for 843 yards on the year with 14 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions. He has also rushed for 219 yards and 4 touchdowns on the season as well. Meanwhile, it has been Kellen Sanchez who has been a really do-it-all kind of player. He's caught passes, 21 passes for 322 yards and 5 touchdowns, and has rushed 30 times for 154 and a couple of touchdowns on the season. Meanwhile, also on the year, Carter Gibson, 236 receiving yards this season for an Edgerton team that is off to a fantastic start. Meanwhile, for Wayne Trace, It has been tough sledding. 0-4. They were manhandled by New Bremen 41-0, beaten by Spencerville 25-21. Crestview pulled away for a 41-20 win, and then mauled by Paulding last week 39-7. Jack Schunauer is their quarterback. He has thrown for 340 yards, but has thrown just 3 TD passes and has been picked off 9 times on the season. In fact, turnovers are a major theme for Wayne Trace that we'll dive into. He's also not completing 50% of his passes, so it has been a struggle for Schunauer and Wayne Trace. The leading rusher on the season is Carter Baumley. That is their number 1 back, by far and away, gets the most touches out of the backfield. 67 carries for 271 yards and a pair of touchdowns, averaging 4 yards per carry. Lance Whitman has rushed 12 times for 100 yards on the season. He's number 2. Clay Stoller has caught 9 passes for 137. Zach Stoller, 8 passes for 108 yards on the season. If you can get Wayne Trace also in deep downs, particularly third down, they've been much, much better on fourth down when they have gone for it this season. But on third down, 33% is it. They do convert 62% of their fourth downs, though, on the season. It is a team that went 4-6 last year, 4-3 in the GMC. Matt Holden in his 5th year, 17-28. He was a assistant coach at Crestview before coming to Wayne Trace a handful of years ago. Did return a bunch from that 4-win team either last year. They only returned 3 offensive starters, 3 defensive starters, and lost 4 offensive line starters from a season ago. Defense has been the calling card in Matt Holden's 5 seasons as head coach, but again, turnovers a problem. They're minus 13 in the turnover category through 4 games. Now, Edgerton can't go to sleep on this because Wayne Trace, no matter if they're 0-4, 2-2, or 4-0, Wayne Trace of late has defeated Edgerton maybe when they were even underdogs. So that is one of those games and one of those teams that Edgerton cannot take lightly here tonight. Wayne Trace has won the last 2 games. Edgerton's last win in this series was back in 2022. Wayne Trace leads the all-time series. It's been close, though, 26-23. That's a conversation about both these teams and their season being presented to you tonight by Brian Ford Lincoln. New and used vehicle savings available to you in that terrific service department for your President's Award winner, a multiple President's Award winner at Brian Ford Lincoln. The AG Irrigation pregame show continues. When we come back, we will talk about the officials, starting lineups, and much, much more here on D-Rock Sports.
Friday nights are all about hometown pride, and Bryan Home Center is proud to support our local high school athletes this season. Just like your team fights hard under the lights, Bryan Home Center is working hard to bring you the best in furniture, mattresses, flooring, and outdoor poly furniture with savings that make every home a winner. So whether you're cheering from the bleachers or relaxing at home after the game, Bryan Home Center has the comfort and style you need. Bryan Home Center in the old Rite Aid building in Bryan, supporting the community, supporting the teams, and supporting you.
Hi, this is Tammy Bergman with Andrews, O'Neill & Lowe Insurance Agency. Andrews, O'Neill & Lowe has cared for our neighbors for a century. We believe when communities are strong, everyone benefits. From your family to your assets, your employees to your business, we're proud to partner with Central Insurance to protect what matters most to you, because you are what matters most to us. Here's to the next 100 years of delivering on our promise to provide peace of mind on good days and when facing the unexpected. Learn more at AndrewsO'NeillandLowe.com.
Michael Jordan once said, "Some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, and others make it happen." The Edgerton Bulldogs want it, wish for it, and make it happen. The Edgerton Athletic Boosters want to thank all of the Edgerton athletes for their hard work and dedication, and want to wish the athletes and coaches good luck. So from the Edgerton Athletic Boosters, go get 'em Bulldogs. We're behind you all of the way. Good luck to all the Edgerton athletes.
Welcome back out here to Stauffer Field in Edgerton. Time to dive into the starting lineups for tonight, presented to you by Allied Molded Products, where innovation sparks opportunity since 1958. When Edgerton has the football, Maddox Baker's the starting quarterback. The running back will either be Orlando Puente or Tucker Curl. The halfback is Kellen Sanchez. At wideout, you'll see either Asher France or Parker Eldon at the Z. Parker Eldon or Mason Eldon at the wideout position, the other wide receiver position, and the tight end is Carter Gibson. Up front, Ty Leppelmeyer and Noah Weaver are the tackles. Jackson Flower and Chris Lockwood are the guards, and Bryce Schrader is the center. Defensively for Edgerton, the three down linemen are Noah Weaver, Ty Leppelmeyer, and Bryce Schrader. The backers are Miles Baker, Jackson Flower, Asher France, and Orlando Puente. And in the secondary, Carter Gibson, Maddox Baker, Parker Eldon, and Kellen Sanchez. We only got the offensive starters for Wayne Trace tonight. Jack Schunauer is the starting quarterback. Carter Baumley will be the starting running back. The wingback is Lance Whitman. Meanwhile, at tight end will be Eric Reinhardt for this team. Meanwhile, up front, and Lance Whitman, as we said, is the wingback. The starting center is Robert Kennedy. The guards are Lucas Moorhead and Kane Mansfield, with the tackles Alex Doster and Caleb Cox. Those are your starting lineups for tonight, and the starting lineups are brought to you by Allied Molded Products, where innovation sparks opportunity since 1958. Your crew working tonight's game, the officials are Stephen Goodhand, David Johnson, Felix Alonzo, Paul Griffin, and Russell Bailey working tonight's game here in this one. That'll do it for our pregame show tonight, being brought to you by AG Irrigation. Maximize yield, minimize waste, and then water when needed. Also in the GMC tonight, of course, the big mega showdown is Tenora at Fairview. Ayersville's at Paulding, and Antwerp visits Hicksville. Montpelier's at Summerfield, Michigan tonight in the TAC. Eden playing at Erie Mason, Michigan. Hilltop invading Ottawa Hills, and Whiteford, Michigan is at North Central. Bryan plays at Liberty Center tonight in the NWOAL. Patrick Henry's at Wauseon, Delta at Swanton, and Evergreen's at Archibald. In the WBL tonight, Van Wert's taking on Defiance, and in the NLL, it's Napoleon at Northview. Coverage of tonight's game also being brought to you by our friends at Yarger Flagle Investment Services. Reminder that your financial future starts with Yarger Flagle Investments. Phone Tom, Lynn, or Shelley at 419-298-2000. All right, one last thing to do as part of the AG Irrigation pregame show, and that's to talk about some game changers for tonight, brought to you by the Farmers and Merchants State Bank. Wayne Trace, it's pretty simple. We talked with head coach Matt Holden. He said we have got to eliminate turnovers. It has killed us for 4 football games. If you're putting something on a whiteboard and you're Wayne Trace, that is by far and away. Don't beat yourselves. There's been good teams that they've played, obviously, and those good teams have won and knocked them off and done other things well, but they've handed short fields and possessions to other teams. They also need to tackle better, he said, defensively. Have not been clean in that department tonight, and especially when you get Baker, Sanchez, and those skill players of Edgerton in space, they have to tackle better. For Brody Flagle, I think it's pretty simple. Be who you are, be who you've been for the first 4 weeks of the season, and don't underestimate, don't take Wayne Trace lightly because they're sitting at 0-4. That key is going to sit out there for tonight and next week as well. Don't hand them the game and hand them turnovers. That's how upsets happen, is that you end up turning the football over, and those turnovers keep underdogs in the game. Those are some game changers potentially for tonight, brought to you by the Farmers and Merchant State Bank, where you can discover the money-saving benefits of a new kind of checking account. With the Bundler by F&M, you can save money on the things you're already paying for, while still getting all the features you expect from a checking account. Think of it as your financial playbook, packed with exclusive benefits and savings right at your fingertips. Don't get sidelined. Score big today with the Bundler at your local F&M or fm.bank, member FDIC. Edgerton on homecoming night tonight, decked out in the all-maroon uniforms and helmets with the white and gold trim, Wayne Trace on the road tonight in the white jerseys with the red numbers and red pants as well here tonight. An important game if you're more Edgerton right now than Wayne Trace in terms of conference ramifications here this evening. And that is because they are 1-0 with heavy hitters. Not that Wayne Trace has been eliminated, and certainly if they won tonight, they could potentially get right back in the middle of it. But on paper going into tonight, it's a large one for the Edgerton Bulldogs. Getting ready to get this thing kicked off here this evening. Again, 26-23. Wayne Trace leads the all-time series, and they've won the last two. Edgerton last one in 2022. Brody Flagel in his sixth year, 28-26 as head coach of Edgerton. Matt Holden in his fifth year, 17-28. Edgerton and that offense scoring all year in the mid to upper 40s will get their hands on it first here tonight, giving up just 14 points per game as well. The place kicker is getting things teed up for us here tonight. It appears that Lance Whitman will be handling the kickoff here to start things for the Raiders. Happy you could be with us here on this Friday night, week number 5 here this evening. Ready to get underway. Hard to believe we are at the midway point already. It is Whitman. He'll kick right to left, and off we go from Edgerton on homecoming night. Leaping up is Parker Eldon to make the grab. He's at the 30, trying to bounce outside. Will be brought to the turf near the 35-yard line. Good job by Luke Miller and the special teams to make the stop, but a good start to the drive for Edgerton in terms of where they begin this drive, and that's at their own 35-yard line, moving left to right. Again, warm night tonight, right around 81 degrees or so here at kickoff. We'll be in the 70s. That's as low as it'll go, and probably like low to mid-70s throughout this game tonight. Won't hit the 60s until after this thing is done, more than likely. Baker will be joined by Orlando Puente in the backfield. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Baker in the shotgun with 3 down linemen. It's a roll to the near side. The reception is going to be made by Carter Gibson. Steps out of a couple tackles. Finally ushered out of bounds by Corbin Varner, a 6-foot junior. It's a gain out to the 48-yard line and a pickup of 13 on the pass play to get things started here tonight as Carter Gibson with the reception. 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. Moving left to right, wing and 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Baker, the inside give to Sanchez. He'll slither and then burrow his way through a tackler. Carter Baumley paid the price, but not before. Sanchez collects 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down and 6. Early trip into Wayne Trace territory. First possession of the night. No score on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. 3 receivers go wide to the left, single receiver to the right. Baker with a single setback to his left. That's is Puente. It's a half roll to the left, now a full roll outside, and now reversing field will be Baker. Coming back to the near side, being chased, and find a man wide open. Gibson 40, Gibson 30. Gibson sidesteps his way out of bounds to the 26-yard line, and that is what Maddox Baker can do for you as he pitches and catches for 22 more and a 1st down to the 26-yard line. He will keep plays alive with his feet. Sometimes he's going to run, but the improvement he's made is the head is up and he's always looking downfield now. 2-by-2 look with wide receivers. The out route to the far side, caught at the 20 to the 15, and it will be Mason Eldon on the catch down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. That's a pickup of 13 on the play before the tackle is made on the far side, but it'll be enough for a 1st down to the Wayne Trace 13. Good looking drive. We're only a minute in and already into the red zone. Trips to the right, 1 receiver to the left, Puente in the backfield, Baker in the shotgun. Baker gets the snap. Baker with tons of time. They're only rushing 2. Now Baker runs to the 10, and that's where he'll be scooped up there, brought down to the turf in the open field by Braden Sin. Get used to Sin and Stoller tonight. A lot of those on the roster. Of course, it's Wayne Trace. That's a gain of 2 on Baker's first carry of the night. This will be the 6th play of the drive. They'll empty the backfield, go 3 receivers right, 2 receivers to the left on a 2nd down and 8 from the 10. Quick pop to the near side. Reception is going to be made, but nowhere to run. Zach Stoller brings Gibson down, and that will be maybe 1 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down now coming up for Edgerton. We'll call it 3rd and about 7 from the 9-yard line. Maybe closer to 6. Let's go 3rd and 6 from the 9. The line to gain is just touching the 3. 3 receivers right, 1 receiver and a wing to the left on 3rd down and 6. Quarterback sweep to the left, looking for a block. Baker can't get the edge. It's Clay Stoller on the open field tackle. That'll be -2 on the carry. And now a decision for Brody Flagel here, and he's got a good kicker, and I think he's going to send the field goal unit in to attempt this short field goal. Wayne Trace did a great job of stiffening in the red zone here. It will be Mason Eldon to hold for brother Parker Eldon. It'll be placed at the 18-yard line, so a 28-yard field goal attempt here to get Edgerton on the board first. Snap, spot, field goal on the way, and it is no good. Had plenty of distance, but they said he pushed it. So it'll be a missed field goal on the opening drive. Brody Flagel thought it was through, and Wayne Trace in that offense getting the stop that they wanted in keeping them off. They were going to settle for 3, but ended up holding them to nothing on the drive on the missed kick. So now it'll be a Wayne Trace starting drive here deep in their own territory as the officials are going to confer about something here. It's a ball placement, comes out obviously to the 20 after the missed field goal. So a 1st down and 10 for Jack Schunauer, the 5'8", 175-pound senior who at times has been his own worst enemy this year. As we said, has thrown 9 picks on the year to just 3 touchdown passes. Schunauer will have Carter Baumley in the backfield, staring down the front 5 of the D-line for Edgerton. Receiver and wing to the right, receiver to the left. They'll bring that wingman in motion. That's Lance Whitman. And they give around to the near side. Actually, it's Schunauer, who will be brought down by Jackson Flower from behind, as Schunauer will pick up 6 on the play to start this drive on the run, and it'll be 2nd down and 4. Wayne Trace moving right to left, 8:40 and counting to play, first quarter. No score on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. First possession of the night for the Raiders. 2 and now 3 receivers go right. Schunauer in the backfield in the shotgun. Carter Baumley is that halfback to the right. 4 down linemen for Edgerton. Schunauer gets the snap. Baumley on the give on the zone read, and the tackle made by Miles Baker. He'll be able to fight his way for a yard on that carry, Carter Baumley. And it will now be a 3rd down and short. 3rd and a little more than 3. We'll call it 3, though, from the 27-yard line. Trips to the right. Single setback for Schunauer on this 3rd down and 3 for the Raiders. Schunauer, low snap, looks, fires, far side. Tunnel screen, pass is going to be caught and not going to get the 1st down yardage. Zach Stoller is going to be tackled by Baker, Miles Baker, and Bryce Schrader from his down lineman spot came out and got a part of that tackle. It's a gain of 1 on the pass play, and it's a 3 and out for this Wayne Trace offense. Good job by the Edgerton defense, and now they'll bring a couple of Bulldogs back to receive this kick in Carter Gibson and Kellen Sanchez. It's a wobbly snap to Reese Moorhead, and then a wobbly kick, but still a pretty decent one that goes out of bounds near the 40-yard line. Edgerton ball in a scoreless game when we come back in 30 seconds.
In Ohio, water is everything, and AG Irrigation in Edgerton is your trusted valley dealer. Whether you run pivots or are just exploring irrigation options, AG Irrigation offers expert service and support for any brand of pivot. With deep farming experience and a commitment to your success, they deliver precision irrigation solutions that help your crops thrive even in drought. Call AG Irrigation today and discover how Valley Systems can transform your yields and simplify electrify your season. Call AG Irrigation at 419-298-0999.
First snap, and now Baker wants the home run ball to Sanchez. It's a catch, but there is a marker down in the middle of that offensive line. This thing is coming back. It'll be a hold on an Edgerton offensive lineman that is going to wipe out a 40-yard gain or close to it as Sanchez broke free. Fairview has a quick 7-0 lead on Tenora tonight. Tenora, of course, the defending champs. Fairview extremely hungry, wanting to get them back from last year, and they want to be the favorite to potentially run the table, and Fairview strikes first in that one. The holding penalty will take Edgerton back to the 33-yard line. By the way, Edgerton will, after Ayersville, that's when it gets fun. Home games with Paulding and Fairview. We will see both of those games, and then they finish with Tenora late in the year in Week 10, sandwiched around a Week 9 game against Hicksville. So 1st and 20, Edgerton back at their own 33. 2-by-2 look with the wide receivers and a single setback. Motion man coming near side. They fake it to Sanchez, and now Baker dumps it to Sanchez. Nice move and a one-on-one to Shed Stoller. He's at the 40. He's at the 50-yard line, and a sizable gain of 17 on the play, and that's why you have that safety valve right there. It's Zach Stoller again on the Zach was the one that was juked a little bit. It was Clay Stoller who ended up with the tackle. So it'll be 2nd down and 2 now after that gain of 18 on the pass play to Sanchez. And on the quick give, it's Puente who's into the secondary and into that second level. He'll get to the 42-yard line, running downhill for 7 on the play. Coming up to make the stick, Lance Whitman. But it is an Edgerton first down, and they quickly erase the 1st and 20 situation. 1st and 10 now from the Wayne Trace 42-yard line, and we're going to get a timeout taken by the Raiders. Nearing the midway point of the opening quarter, no score. Edgerton and Wayne Trace on B-Rock Sports.
Are you ready to tackle your next projects with the best equipment in town? Then look no further than Black Swamp Equipment, serving Bryant, Archbold, and Defiance. Right now, we have incredible deals on Steel chainsaws. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a weekend warrior, Steel has you covered. And that's not all. Need to chip or split that wood? We've got you covered with wood chipper and wood splitter rentals too. But wait, there's more. Our Milwaukee tool sale is happening now. Upgrade your tool kit with top quality Milwaukee tools at unbeatable prices. Stop in or give us a call to discover everything that's on sale. Black Swamp Equipment. Locations in Bryan, Archbold, and Defiance.
Well, Wayne Trace maybe gassed a little bit there defensively, chasing Sanchez and chasing Baker here early, or maybe just didn't have the right personnel in. Either way, an early timeout by the Raiders here on this second drive of the game. 1st and 10, Bulldogs at the 42-yard line of Wayne Trace. Only 3 down linemen, so dropping 8. 2 receivers both ways. They'll bring Sanchez in motion. They'll fake the give, and on the zone read keep. It's into the secondary for Baker. He is submarine, but then falls forward for 9 on the carry for Maddox Baker. Hit hard by Jack Schunauer. It'll be 2nd down and 1 for the Bulldogs from the 34, just inside the 34-yard line. 2 receivers right, a receiver and a wing to the left, Sanchez in the backfield. On this 2nd and 1, Sanchez has the first down at the 30, twisting and turning his way down to the 28-yard line. We'll have 5 on that carry. Reese Moorhead in on the stop for Wayne Trace. So move the chains. It's 1st and 10, Edgerton at the 28-yard line of the Raiders. No score, 5:40 to go. Opening quarter of football here on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Puente is the setback in the backfield. Baker wants to throw. Pump and go route. Wants the home run for Gibson. It's a touchdown as he diced his way over Clay Stoller for 6. What a ball by Maddox Baker, covering the 28-yard scoring strike to Gibson. And Baker remains perfect on the night through the air. And with it, Edgerton draws first blood with the extra point coming here from Parker Eldon. Biting on it was Stoller here on the near side. It was a pump and go route down the near sideline, and the extra point is no good. So, new score. The first score of the night belongs to Edgerton. 6-0 our score on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard here on B-Rock Sports.
Hi, it's Nick Toole from Baldy's Furniture and Mattress in Wasion. Everyday comfort shouldn't be a challenge. Baldy's Furniture and Mattress is Northwest Ohio's lift chair headquarters, and we believe everyone deserves to sit and stand with ease, safety, and dignity. If you or someone you care for is facing mobility issues, discover the life-changing difference of Ultra Comfort and Lazy Boy lift chairs. These aren't just chairs, they're personalized support systems, crafted to ease pain, reduce strain, and bring back independence. Imagine relaxing after a long day, adjusting your chair at the push of a button with pressure-free reclining and gentle lift assistance. Whether it's reading a book, watching TV, or just finding that perfect cozy position, we've got a chair that fits just right. Come see us at Baldy's Furniture and Mattress in the Wasion Plaza and try one of our 29 in-stock lift chairs. Feel the difference, because comfort should never come with compromise, and care starts with the right chair. Baldy's Furniture and Mattress, where comfort meets compassion.
6 plays, 57 yards on the drive. Baker to Gibson for the final 28. Paulding takes a 6-0 lead on Ayersville. That's another important game as far as the Panthers' perspective in the GMC. Up in the TAC, Montpelier is playing in Summerfield, Michigan. They lead Summerfield 7-0. Here it's 6-0. Edgerton on top. Baker picking up where he left off last week with the 6 TD passes and setting the school record. Gets his first of the night tonight, and he's connected on his first 8 passes of the game as well. As Eldon booms one deep, it'll be received by Easton J. J off the right side, going to be hit shy of the 30-yard line. In the middle of all of that for Edgerton was Mason Eldon on a special teams tackle. So Wayne Trace again, and this has become a theme for them this year. Part of the turnovers have been the reason why it's been a theme, but playing from behind, and they will do that again tonight. Here down 7-0. Second possession of the night for the Raiders, moving right to left. Schunauer will have 3 receivers to the left. That's to the wide side, and a wing back to the right side with an empty backfield. Schunauer gets the snap, quarterback draw, little stutter step move, and now spins his way but can't get away from Sanchez initially. Does battle his way forward to get positive yardage at least, right around 3 on the carry. It'll be 2nd down and 7, but the first contact came from Kellen Sanchez. So 2nd and 7, Wayne Trace. Trailing Edgerton 6-0. Schunauer has trips coming to the left. And that wing back to the right again. 4:50 to go, first quarter of play. Empty backfield for Schunauer. On 2nd and 7, Edgerton showing, coming on the blitz. It's a quick pop screen near side. Clay Stoller can't get the edge because good closing speed that time by Parker Eldon to come get him on the play. It'll be no gain on the pass play. And it'll be 3rd down and long coming up for Wayne Trace. So 3rd and 7 from the 32-yard line. Hash mark near side. Wayne Trace going right to left. Twins to the right, wing to the left. Single setback next to Schunauer in the backfield. Schunauer brings a man in motion to the far side. That is Whitman. It'll be a rollout by Schunauer. Now he's going to run 30, 35. Cutback, struggles, can't get to the sticks. Gang tackled on that far side. Miles Baker, Carter Gibson came and got him. And it will be short of the first down. It's a scramble by Schunauer for 5. And a punting situation for Matt Holden and company here. 4th down and 1 from the 38-yard line. On to punt is Reese Moorhead. Be a heck of a gamble if they fake this one. But Moorhead, the left-footed booter, kicks one high, end over end. Sanchez signals for a fair catch and gets it at the 28-yard line. That's a good-looking kick that time, covering 37 yards and no return. So no first downs yet in this game for Wayne Trace. I think that has been maybe the undervalued assessment of Edgerton so far this year. They gave up 28 to Montpelier. That was, at the time, the best offense they had faced. But you take away that game, and it's been a stifling defense for Edgerton this year to go along with what they thought coming into the year was going to be an offense that could light up some scoreboards. 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line, leading 6-0. Trips to the right, one receiver left. Puente in the backfield, 3 down linemen for Trace. It's a quarterback run to the right side for Baker. Baker slithers his way out of at least initial contact before rolled down by Zach Stoller out at the 32-yard line. So that'll be a quick 5 for Baker on his 4th carry of the night. 2nd down and 5 from the 33-yard line. Under 3 minutes now to play here in this opening quarter on homecoming night here in Edgerton. Bulldogs lead the Wayne Trace Raiders 6-0. 3 receivers go wide to the left. Gibson, the single receiver, to the right side with one running back. Back to throw. Baker. Penalty flags are down in multiple spots. Baker zings one down the field, and one hops. It's incomplete, intended for Gibson. But you got multiple fouls here. I think one of the flags is going to be a hold on Edgerton. The side judge threw the first flag, however, of the night. Now it's going to be a hold on both teams, so that play will be offsetting. It was a hold as the wide receiver was trying to break into the pattern. So basically we get a do-over here. 2nd down and 5. For Edgerton at their own 33-yard line. We'll be in Paulding next week for the Fairview-Paulding collision. And then in 2 weeks, Edgerton and Paulding here. 2-by-2 with the wide receivers. Puente on the give. They put it in his belly, and he is cut down after a gain of just a yard on the play. Knifing through to make that stop, Kane Mansfield. 6'2", 240-pound sophomore. Puente getting a yard, and it'll be 3rd down and about 4 coming up for that offense. We'll call it just under 4, maybe a little closer to 3 here. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Puente the only running back. Baker on the quarterback draw. Baker sidesteps one and then runs into a couple of Raiders' arms. Schoenauer, one of them. It's a gain out to the 37-yard line, and it's going to be short of the first down as Baker got a couple. And now a decision here in his own territory, and Brody Flagel makes a quick one. I think a good one, too. You're up 6-0. You're holding Wayne Trace. They've had 6 snaps from scrimmage because your defense has been overwhelming thus far. Don't give them any kind of life here on a 4th, and I know it's only 1, and it's tempting when you feel like you're the better team. Sanchez is the punter. Eldon is the up back. It'll be Sanchez to kick away, and he just got it off. Close to being blocked, and now it'll take a Wayne Trace bounce and come back to the 38-yard line. Only a 25-yard punt and no return as Wayne Trace brought some pressure there on the punt return. So 1st and 10 Raiders with just $1:14 to play in this opening quarter of football. Edgerton 6, Wayne Trace nothing here on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Raiders are looking for something positive to get rolling here on the offensive side as they'll start this possession 1st and 10 at their own 38. Schoenauer has Carter Baumley in the backfield. He's the left halfback, a receiver and a wing to the right, a receiver to the left for Matt Holden's offense. Schoenauer gets the snap, belt high. Schoenauer has a one-on-one down the near sideline, looking for Stoller, and a flag is going to be called on the Bulldog. Parker Eldon in coverage is going to get the pass interference as Zach Stoller got a step on him here on the near sideline, and it will be first penalty of the night against Edgerton's defense. We've seen the offense, of course, commit a penalty, but now the defense is going to be penalized here on the PI. First one-on-one shot really taken by Schoenauer here down the near sideline. Wayne Trace will now journey into Edgerton territory for the first time as they pick up their first down of the game. And coming via the penalty route. It'll be at the 47-yard line after that 15-yard mark-off. So 1st and 10 for Wayne Trace at the Edgerton 47. One receiver to the right, one receiver to the left, wing back to the right. Schunauer has Baumley in the backfield on 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Offense stares over, getting the hand signal from the offensive coordinator. Edgerton coming on a blitz. Baumley trying to run away from it to the right side, is able to battle his way down to about the 43-yard line. So Baumley will get 4 on the carry. That is his second carry of the night for Wayne Trace for 5 yards. So 2nd down from the 44. It'll be 2nd down and 7 to go. They gave Baumley only 3 on the run. Edgerton so far winning up front against Wayne Trace. 30 seconds to play in the quarter and running. Receiver and wing to the right, receiver to the left. Schunauer on a rollout here to the near side. Schunauer wants another one-on-one, looks down the field, it's underthrown, and it's incomplete. Maddox Baker in coverage of Clay Stoller. And that's our first official incomplete pass of the game. So now it'll be 3rd down and 7. Wayne Trace here on this drive, and part of the game plan here is to test the Edgerton corners. So 3rd and 7 with 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Play clock down to 13. Schunauer with a receiver to the left, a receiver and a wing to the right on this 3rd and 7. Baumley in the backfield. Edgerton not coming. Now a late blitz from Flower. Fires near side, incomplete. Eldon had good coverage that time on Zach Stoller. And it's out of bounds, and it'll be 4th down. And on a 4th and 7, Wayne Trace going to play field position here. 7 is too much for this offense. If it's 4th and probably 3 or under, Matt Holden thinks about going for it, but still in a 6-0 game. Don't want to give Edgerton any opportunities. Edgerton delayed blitz that last time with Flower coming. Here's the kick again from Reese Moorhead, his 3rd punt of the night. Carter Gibson signals for the fair catch and grabs it around the 15-yard line. 29 on the punt, but a good job in pinning Edgerton. Right now, the only TD of the night, Baker to Gibson on the 28-yard pass. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Edgerton will start 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Coverage tonight also brought to you by Yarger Flegel Investments. Let their team create investment strategy tailored to you. Call Tom, Lynn, or Shelley at 419-298-2000 to include or to schedule your free consultation. Trips to the right, one receiver to the left. Puente in the backfield. Baker on 1st and 10 at the 14, coming near side. Baker looks, dumps it. Pass caught by Gibson, steps out of bounds after a gain of about 5 on the play. Gibson has almost all of the receptions in this opening quarter. The other one, Sanchez, actually 2 others. Gibson with 1, 2, 3, 5. Sanchez has a catch. Mason Eldon has a catch. The pickup is to the 20-yard line. So now it will be 2nd down and 4 coming up. Handoff goes to Sanchez. Into the teeth of that defense is going to be wrapped up by Lance Whitman, and nothing doing for Sanchez on that run. No gain. So it'll be a 3rd down for Edgerton when we start the second quarter. Bulldogs 6, Wayne Trace nothing. This is week 5 of high school football coverage on B-Rock Sports.
Fender benders, collisions, and accidents happen every day. But where are you going to go to fix your vehicle? Batten Stevens Body Shop on Independence Road in Defiance. Batten Stevens works on every type of car, domestic and foreign. Whether you need a small repair or major collision work, Batten Stevens state-of-the-art equipment can handle any job. Free estimates and loaner cars are available too. Batten Stevens Body Shop. Come in with confidence. Drive out with satisfaction.
It's game time, and Direct Link is your home team for unbeatable deals. Score big on appliances from GE, Whirlpool, Maytag, Frigidaire, and Amana. Furnish your space with winning style from Ashley Furniture, and sleep like a champion on a Molecule or Puffy mattress. And when the clock's ticking on a repair, Direct Link's all-star service team works on all appliances. Proud to back our local athletes, Direct Link, your hometown connection for quality, comfort, and service.
Andy Brigle back with you here in Edgerton, Ohio. GMC matchup, 4-0 Edgerton, 0-4 Wayne Trace. Edgerton off to a 6-0 lead. Ayersville got on the board, drove the length of the field on Paulding to cut it to 7-6, only to see Paulding take the ensuing kickoff back for a touchdown. So it's 14-6. Paulding with the lead on Ayersville. The Panthers, a dominant 4-0 start. Third down and about 3 for Edgerton here from their own 20-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers to the left here for Baker, who's in the shotgun. Puente, the lone setback. Baker wants to throw, looks right, comes back to the left. It's intercepted. It's a pick 6 for Zach Stoller, and Trace is on the board. Zach Stoller read that beautifully, and it hung up there just enough for Stoller to get it and go into the end zone from 20 yards out. And now Wayne Trace is an extra point away from taking the lead. And that's how things can turn on a dime in a close football game. Wayne Trace coming into tonight was minus 13 through 4 games in the turnovers. Reese Moorhead for the extra point. Extra point is on the way, and it is good. New score early in the second. Wayne Trace has their first lead of the game. They lead Edgerton 7-6 on B-Rock Sports.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio and Morenci, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete benefit package. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
Welcome back out here. We're just 7 seconds into the second quarter. Statistically, an opening quarter dominated by Edgerton, but only had a 6-0 lead. Then on the first snap of the second quarter, an INT thrown by Maddox Baker, who had been perfect on the game through the air, taken 20 yards back by Zach Stoller. So this is a classic case, and again, very early in the second quarter, but a classic case where numbers can lie, or at least tell a different story, because Wayne Trace has collected 1 first down, and that was because of a pass interference penalty against Edgerton. But the Raiders have the 7-6 lead right now. Here's Eldon on the return. That's Parker Eldon trying to get to the far side, 30, 35-yard line, still on his feet, gets good field position, just shy of the 40-yard line. Reese Moorhead, the kicker, made the tackle. Montpelier has extended their lead on Summerfield, Michigan. It is now 14-0. Montpelier on top in that one. Trying to get to 3-2 themselves and 2-0 in the TAC. So it'll be a starting point for Edgerton at their own 39-yard line. Quarterbacks and DBs, more than anybody else on a football team, have to have short-term memory. Either if you throw the INT as a quarterback, you got to forget about it, and the DB that gets burnt has to forget about it. Edgerton will bunch 3 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Puente, the running back. It's a quarterback draw, and now sweep. Actually, it's a sweep and nothing doing because Lance Whitman read quarterback sweep beautifully along with Carter Baumley, and that'll be a loss of 1 on the carry for Maddox Baker, and it'll be 2nd down and 11, and the tide turning just a little bit. Edgerton had done a great job in the trenches to start, and now Wayne Trace is coming back, although we do have a penalty flag down on the play. Let's check that flag. It is going to be a chop block against Edgerton. Wayne Trace will accept that penalty, so the -1 will be wiped away, and instead they'll take the 15 yards on the chop block. And another big penalty against Edgerton. They've had a couple of big ones, the pass interference for 15, and now the chop block takes them back to the 29-yard line. I'd said 15, it's 10, but it'll be 1st and 20 now from the 29-yard line. It's been a pretty balanced attack offensively in terms of play calls, run pass for Edgerton. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Puente, the running back, on 1st and 20. Baker on a hook route, far side. Gibson, another catch, taken out of bounds. Over there on that far side by Clay Stoller up around the 37-yard line. So he got 8 of those yards back. And it'll be 2nd down and 12 for Edgerton at their 38-yard line. Actually, 2nd down and 11. 3 receivers left. 1 receiver to the right on the 2nd down and 11. Baker on a roll to the near side. Blitz was coming, and now he'll reverse field. They tried to keep him hemmed in and can't. Baker now will run, and still on his feet, 45-50. Did he go out of bounds on that far sideline? He did. And it'll be at the 46-yard line. So again, an athletic scramble by Baker to get positive yardage. And from 1st and 20, they are now down to 3rd down and 3, coming up at the 46-yard line. Once Baker got on the edge on the right side, it was a design coming left, reversed his field, and he was one-on-one with Caleb Cox, a big 210-pound D tackle. He was able to get the edge and get about 5-6 extra yards. Gibson, the receiver to the right. 3 receivers, bunch left. 3rd down and 3 for Edgerton at their 46-yard line. Baker on an inside give to Sanchez. He'll have the 1st down at the 49-yard line. He's able to pick up 5 on the run and move the chains. Little misdirection there as it was given to Sanchez, and he gets into Wayne Trace territory at the 49-yard line, and a 1st down and 10. 7-6 Wayne Trace on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. 10:50 and counting to play here in the opening half of football. 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Sanchez now the running back. He'll come in motion near side. Quarterback draw to Baker, 50. 45, and moving the pile, a missed tackle, got him a couple of extra yards. Braden Sin, a 5'10", 180-pound freshman, finally able to get him to the turf near the 43-yard line, so that means it's 6 on the run for Baker, and it'll be 2nd down and 4 from the 43 of Wayne Trace. Not a full huddle, just kind of bring them together to get the call. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. 2nd down and 4 at the 43 of the Raiders. Just 3 down linemen for Wayne Trace. Baker wants to throw, slings it far side. Reception is made. Gibson again on the catch. Leveled by Clay Stoller at the 36-yard line, but another pitch and catch good for a 1st down. Baker to Gibson has been the matchup that they have liked. They've gone to it early and often, and it has been effective most of the night, if not all of the night. 1st and 10 now, Bulldogs at the Raiders' 36-yard line. 7-6 Wayne Trace, but Edgerton has a little something cooking here. 3 receivers to the right. 2 receivers go left, so that'll empty the backfield for Maddox Baker with the 3 down linemen. And that's all they're going to rush. It's a screen, and on the jailbreak screen, coming back to the middle, just a yard on the play for Sanchez. Great open field tackle made by Lance Whitman. Gain of 1 on the play. Second catch of the night for Sanchez for 19 yards. So it'll be second down and 9. More of a tunnel screen than a jailbreak. Second down and 9 from the 35-yard line of Wayne Trace. Ball resting middle of the field. Edgerton moving right to left. Raiders lead at 7-6, under 9 to go in the half. Trips to the left, one receiver and a wing to the right, so an empty backfield. It'll be Sanchez. Throw that little pass to the near side to Eldon. Marker is down. They're going to get an illegal block on Kellen Sanchez. It's either a legal block or a hold here on the edge. Another gain wiped away for the Bulldogs. Happy to have you with us here tonight. Again, Fairview at Paulding next week to end the month of September, and we will start October right back here in Edgerton. Actually, our first 2 weeks of October will be here in Edgerton, as Paulding will come calling, and then Fairview will be here. So we are GMC heavy the next 3 weeks. That penalty will bring it back to the 45-yard line. Ends up being a 9-yard penalty because that's a spot foul. So it will be second down and 19 for Edgerton at the 45. 3 receivers bunched right, 1 receiver to the left. Baker on a roll to the right, now drops back. Baker coming back on a throwback to the left. Wants Sanchez. Did he haul it in? Yes, he did. Catch made at the 10. Fingertip catch. There wasn't a lot of space to get that in there, but a gain of 35 and a first down. Great ball, and then an even better catch. First and 10 officially at the 11-yard line is where they'll mark it. Fairview 14. Tenora, nothing. Tenora, of course, the defending champs in the GMC. First and 10 at the 11. Baker rolling right. Baker now steps through some traffic to the 10, to the 5. Baker spun down at about the 4-yard line. 7 on the run. Tackle is made by Lucas Moorhead. And it will be second and 3 from the 4-yard line. Edgerton threatening to regain the lead here. 7-6 Wayne Trace, 8 minutes and counting to play in the first half. Wayne Trace still does not have a first down that they've picked up on their own. They have a first down by penalty. Their touchdown and INT return. On second and 3, Baker on a run to the right. He's at the 5, looking for the corner of the end zone. Not going to get there, but he should have enough for the first down. They're spotting him right at the 1-yard line, and that will be enough for a first down on the run of 3 by Baker. And now it'll be first and goal, Edgerton at the 1-yard line. 9th play of the Edgerton drive coming up here on a first and goal at the 1. Puente in the backfield with Baker. Gibson, the only receiver to the right. 3 receivers tight to the left. Baker, quarterback, sweep left. Baker cuts back and gets into the end zone, bullying his way over Clay Stoller for the touchdown. And Edgerton reclaims the lead on a Baker 1-yard run for 6. Very impressive drive. 9 plays and 61 yards on the Baker TD. And now Parker Eldon for the extra point. 12-7 Edgerton. Brody Flagel electing not to chase any points right now. And the PAT is on the way through and bang through in this one. 13-7, Edgerton leads Wayne Trace. 7:39 to play first half on B-Rock Sports.
At Eden Farmers Co-op, with locations in Eden, Edgerton, and Montpelier, they're more than just your neighborhood country store. They're here to make your life easier. They carry a complete line of pet supplies, animal feed, bird food, and outdoor products. Plus, they offer Land O'Lakes feed, seed treatment, grain storage and drying, fertilizer, soil sampling, and top-notch feed mill services. Their knowledgeable and friendly staff is always ready to help. Eden Farmers Co-op, trusted by neighbors like you. Stop by today.
Andy Brigle back here in Edgerton on homecoming night, week 5 of high school football. It has been a fun first half. 13-7 Edgerton with the lead. Our second lead change of this opening half. A 9-play, 61-yard drive capped off by a Maddox Baker 1-yard TD run to give Edgerton the lead. Don't forget, when we are done tonight, we will have an edition of the Midwest Community Federal Credit Union Scoreboard Show coming your way here on V-Rock Sports. Coverage tonight is being brought to you, not just tonight, but all season long by Direct Link Appliances, Donaldson's Ace Hardware, Midwest Federal Credit Union, Baldy's Furniture, Black Swamp Equipment, Bat and Stevens Body Shop, the State Bank and Trust Company, Newcomer Schaefer Breininger, the Bryan Eagles, Andres O'Neill and Lowe, Peltz Lumber Company, the Bryan Home Center, Camco of West Unity, and the Williams County Veteran Services. The kickoff coming now from Parker Eldon. A couple of men deep here for Wayne Trace in Clay Stoller and Easton J. 13-7 Edgerton on top. Eldon's kickoff is a good one. It'll be Jay at the 11. Near sideline, now trying to get middle of the field, 15. 20, tripped up, good open field tackle made by Maddox Baker on a special teams play as he got him on the shoelaces. And Wayne Trace, again, not with great field position. They have started one drive at their own 38, but everything else inside the 30. Their own 20, their own 29. And now this drive will begin at their own 21 or 2, and we have an injured Raider down, and they'll tend to him. So we'll take an injury timeout here. 7:34 to play in the first half. It's Edgerton 13, Wayne Trace 7. Back to Edgerton in just a moment.
Are you looking to make a difference in your community? The Fraternal Order of Eagles, Erie 2233 in Bryan, with a membership of more than 1,600, are committed in the support of all area schools and charities, with annual donations totaling more than $200,000. We committed to being an organization defined by people helping people. Our Erie features live entertainment on weekends at a kitchen that is open to the public, with daily breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials, and Friday night fish fries starting every fall throughout the school year. If you're interested in being a part of an organization of people helping people, stop in and fill out a membership application today. We at the Fraternal Order of Eagles offer a one-time free first-year dues to all veterans, police, fire, and supporting first responders. For specific rules, stop in at 221 South Walnut Street in Bryan. To the listening audience on WBNO and WQCT, we say thank you and good luck to all area athletes in tonight's contest.
It's Alex Doster, and that's an injury. It's a critical one. He'll have to come out at least one snap. He's a starting offensive and defensive lineman for this Raiders team. So we'll see how that shakes out and keep an eye on him coming back in. He limped off but walked off under his own power. So from their own 22, 1st and 10 Raiders. Trips to the left, wing to the right, no running back. So Schunauer back there by himself. Schunauer gets the snap. Inside handoff on a misdirection and into the secondary, and the first down by Wayne Trace picking it up. Lance Whitman on a run of 13 on the play, moving the chains to that far side. Miles Baker over there on part of the stop. So the Raiders, they had their first down picked up by penalty on the pass interference. Now they get one, earning one here on their own at their own 35. Trips to the right, wing to the left. Again, an empty look for Schunauer. 1st and 10 at their own 35. 13-7, Edgerton with the lead. Man going in motion is Baumley to the far side of the formation. Schunauer on a run, designed run, 35. Schunauer 40. Schunauer at the 45-yard line, bullying his way into the secondary, gets up to the 47-yard line as Schunauer will get 12. Sanchez and Flower push him back. 4 carries on the game for 26 yards unofficially for Schunauer. And just like that, they're out near midfield with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Montpelier 20, Summerfield, Michigan, nothing. 3 receivers left, wing back to the right. That wing back is Whitman, so keep an eye on him. Schunauer in the backfield with a 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 48. Baumley comes in motion near side. They fake it to him on the zone read and a rollout now. Schunauer stepped away from one. Now he's lost the football. It'll be fallen on the far side. Punched out by Ty Leppelmeyer, and Jackson Flower got on it. And there's the problem of Wayne Trace football this season. Schunauer was scrambling and trying to do maybe a little something extra with it. Can't fault an athlete for trying to make a play, but that's something you tuck, you get what you can, and you go down. And he tried to do a little extra, lost the football, and Edgerton creates the turnover, and they'll have the short field now, 1st and 10 at the Wayne Trace 42-yard line. Good defensive pressure up front by Edgerton. Leppelmeyer got it free. Flower fell on it, and it's 1st and 10 Dogs at the 42. 6:45 left in the opening half of football. Maddox Baker has Puente in the backfield and a 2-by-2 look with his wide receivers. Still the 3-down lineman for Wayne Trace. Baker wants to throw. Baker steps away from initial trouble. Is tripped up, and he loses the football. Out of the stumble, it's lost, and Wayne Trace has it. Carter Baumley got on it, and they'll trade fumbles, and it goes right back to Wayne Trace. Again, Maddox Baker getting outside pressure, and it was the shoelace tackle that caused him to stumble, and as Maddox was trying to regain his balance, he just simply lost control of the football. It tumbled out, and Wayne Trace hops on it, and they get it right back. So back-to-back plays, we see fumbles, and now Wayne Trace has it right back at their own 48-yard line with a 1st down. That's also some lost yardage as well on the play from Baker on the fumble. 3 receivers right, 1 wing back to the left on a 1st and 10. Wayne Trace at their own 48-yard line. They'll bring Baumley in motion. They fake it to him like a spin and pivot move, and Schunauer is hit and sacked. It is Flower first, and then coming in to complete it was Colton Hess. Or check that, 58, not 56, coming in to finish him off. And a loss for Schunauer back to the 35-yard line. That's a loss of 13 on the sack play. So good defensive presence by Edgerton there again. So it'll be a 2nd down and 23 back at the 35-yard line. Baumley gets the handoff. Baumley slithers across the 40 to the 42-yard line, covered up by Sanchez and company. Baumley with 7, and it'll be 3rd and long. 3 carries, 11 yards for Baumley. 3rd down and 16 for Wayne Trace at their own 42-yard line. 5.5 and counting to play here in this opening half of football. Edgerton 13, Wayne Trace 7. A running back standing next to Schunauer. He's got 2 receivers right and a wing to the left. Edgerton shows blitz. Man coming in motion to the near side is Varner. Roll out Schunauer. He'll throw downfield, incomplete. Never gave Stoller a chance. Eldon was there on coverage. That's 3 straight incompletions thrown now by Schunauer. And it'll be a 4th down. So the exchange of fumbles, Wayne Trace got it back last and ended up doing nothing with it. It's a 3 and out. The sack and fumble hurt them and never able to recover. Reese Moorhead on for another punt. Moorhead gets it away. Fair catch signaled for by Gibson and grabbed at the 32-yard line. That'll be 27 on the punt, no return. 1st and 10, Edgerton at their own 32-yard line. 5:11 remaining. Happy to have you here with us. We're in the first half of football. It's been a close one. 13-7, Edgerton with a lead. Bulldogs came in ranked in the state, a perfect 4-0 on the season. Wayne Trace hunting their first win. Tough schedule had gotten them off to an 0-4 start. Paulding 22-6 lead now on Ayersville mid-second as they strike on a Hunt to Mans combination covering 97 yards for the TD. 1st and 10 at the 32. Sanchez in the middle of that defense. He's not just somebody that can get outside for you. He'll run inside the tackles. He picks up just 1 on that carry. He's got 5 carries unofficially for 15 yards rushing. But there is a penalty marker down, so let's hold on. It would have been a 2nd down and 9 at the 33. But it's going to be added to the end of the run, a face masking penalty on Wayne Trace. So a gain of 1 and then a 5-yard face mask. Brings it up to the 39. Won't be second down. Yeah, will, because the down counted, yes. So it'll be second down from the 39, second down and 3 for Edgerton at their own 39. Leading 13-7, moving right to left. 4:45 and moving here in the first half. Trips to the right, one receiver left. Maddox Baker in the shotgun, rolling right, throws, little curl route, caught for the first down. Gibson again, and he will get about 7 on the pass play. You know, you look at these numbers, the only incompletion, well, not an incompletion, the only misfire tonight by Baker through the air was the interception that was returned for a touchdown. Every other ball he has thrown has been caught. 3 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Rolling to the near side, Baker throws in the flat, pass caught, Eldon inside Wayne Trace territory, bangs his way down inside the 45-yard line. And that is Parker Eldon, wrestled out of bounds by Lance Whitman. They'll spot him at the 44, so he'll have 9 on the pass play. And I guess to go back to Maddox Baker, officially every pass he's thrown has been caught tonight. All of them by Edgerton except for the one by Wayne Trace on the pick 6. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Inside handoff, Puente. Little stutter step move in the hole to get the first down to the 42-yard line. Puente's third carry for 10 yards will net the first down. Coming in to make the stop for Wayne Trace was Clay Stoller. 1st and 10 Edgerton at the 42-yard line of Wayne Trace. Going right to left. Hash mark near side, the spot on the field. 3:55 and counting to play in the first half. Trips to the right, 1 receiver to the left side. Man coming in motion will be Sanchez. Zone read, keep. Baker into the secondary, down to the 35-yard line. Baker will collect 7 on the run. And did we get a flag come in too? We did. And that is going to be a hold on Edgerton. That'll negate the Baker run. 3rd holding penalty on the Bulldogs tonight. So back to the 46 it goes. And it'll be a 1st and 14 for Edgerton back at the 46 of Wayne Trace. Break in the huddle. 3 receivers go wide to the right. 1 receiver and a wing to the left. Puente is that wing. So that empties the backfield for Edgerton on 1st and 14. Baker gets the snap, wants to throw the quick screen far side. Gibson another catch to the 45. Gibson out near the original down marker. Reese Moorhead and Kane Mansfield skating down the line, and Zach Stoller there too. It'll be a pickup of 4 on the play. And it will be second down and a little more than 10 for first down at the 42-yard line. 2:40 and counting. Edgerton, I mean, the goal here obviously is to score, but if Edgerton can utilize everything on this clock and punch it in, that would be the most ideal for them. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Puente in the backfield on second down and 10. 3 down linemen. Play clock down to 1, and Brody Flagel saw it and took a timeout. 2:26 left, first half. 13-7, Edgerton leads Wayne Trace. We'll be back to Edgerton on homecoming night on B-Rock Sports.
Get to Donaldson's Ace Hardware on Union Street in Bryan and pick up your gallon of paint to finish up those outside projects at tremendous prices. Find the newest colors that are trending for 2025 and the best paint on the market, Clark & Kensington. Clark & Kensington paint should be your paint of choice. With excellent coverage, washability, and a lifetime warranty, Clark & Kensington paint with the primer built right in is the only paint you'll ever buy. And Donaldson's Ace Hardware on Union Street in Bryan is ready to help. Ace, the helpful place.
Welcome back to Stauffer Field in Edgerton, Ohio. It is Friday night football. We're at the midway point of the regular season. 14-6. Hilltop leading Ottawa Hills at halftime in that TAC matchup. Ottawa Hills had been the cream of the crop in the TAC the last couple of years, but they lose a lot to graduation, and then they lose Pillarelli's to St. Francis, and all of a sudden you become a very average, actually not even average, you become a very below average team right now. 2nd down and 10, and Hilltop trying to improve and make strides. Trips to the left, one receiver right. 2nd down and 10 at the 42. Sanchez goes in motion. They fake the screen to him. They wanted a home run ball, not there. Baker now scrambling right side, gets away from one. He's at the 40. He's at the 35 and steps out of bounds. Tight roping the sidelines down to the 34. A scramble run of 8 for Sanchez. And it will bring up a 3rd and short. A 3rd and 2 here. Coming up for Edgerton at the 34-yard line of Wayne Trace. Trying to add to their lead. Edgerton up 13-7, late 2nd quarter. Couple of running backs in there, Puente and Sanchez on 3rd and 2. Sanchez between the tackles, lowers the shoulder, powers his way for the 1st down, down near the 30-yard line. Kellen Sanchez collecting 4 yards. In the middle there, tackle made by Braden Sin for Wayne Trace. But it's 1st and 10 Edgerton at the 30-yard line of the Raiders. Both teams with a couple of timeouts at their disposal. We dip under 2 minutes to play, so no problem there in terms of timing. You're listening to high school football coverage on WBNO FM in Bryan as we're about ready to hit the 8 o'clock hour here on a Friday night. Try to keep you updated also on the Guardians this evening as Cleveland is right in the middle of everything again. Shovel pass on the interior. It is Tucker Curl on the catch down to the 28-yard line, and that's a pickup of 2 on the play for Curl. And that counts as a pass on the shovel pass. 2nd down and 8 from the 28-yard line. 2 receivers go left, 1 receiver to the right. Now bring a 3rd receiver to the left as Parker Eldon will join the other 2 in the slot. Puente, the running back, on 2nd and 8. Baker wants to throw. Baker with lots of time. Scrambles near side 35 on the run, throws downfield. A reception is made at the 20-yard line by Mason Eldon. They'll give him forward progress to the 19, so a gain of 9 on the play for Mason Eldon. And that is good enough for another Edgerton 1st down. It's a 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. We're under a minute to go, so they got to hurry now. 2 receivers both ways. Puente in the backfield. Back to throw. Baker looks, wants the end zone, throws it up. It's intercepted. He left it short, and Clay Stoller stole it just in the front corner of the end zone. And a critical Edgerton turnover in the red zone. It's the 2nd giveaway of the night. 3rd giveaway of the night. Beg your pardon. 2 INTs and a fumble. Maddox Baker's 2 interceptions tonight, matching his season total. Just did not have enough on that one. And they did not. Wayne Trace got to be careful here. They got the stop, but they're on the INT, but they're on their own 1-yard line. Schunauer is rolling deep in the end zone. He's throwing a wobbler. It's up for grabs, and it's incomplete. He had a receiver in Clay Stoller. Baker came back to at least throw hands up and distract the Wayne Trace wide receiver, but what a gamble taken there by Matt Holden from his own 1-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 10 from their own 1 with 39 seconds, and that helps Edgerton now because they have 2 timeouts. They can use them on 2nd and 3rd down now if Wayne Trace elects to run. Baumley is the running back with Schunauer in the backfield, but they want Schunauer to throw it again. Schunauer with heat coming, throws it short, and up for grabs. It's a wrestling match for it. Who has it? Who has possession? Over the shoulders was Stoller fighting for the football with a Bulldog. I think it was Gibson. What have they signaled here at the 26? There's still no signal. And it is an interception thrown by Schunauer. Or no, it's a catch. It's a catch by Stoller. Wow! Zach Stoller made the grab for 15, and now a timeout is taken with 25 seconds left. Brody Flagel is pleading his case right now with Stephen Goodhand, who is the referee. First of all, 2 straight passes deep in their end zone is, well, to put it in raftery terms, showing onions, right? Because this is a team that came in minus 13 in the turnover margin. And I'm thinking run the ball, get to halftime, and be happy as a winless football team that you're down 1 score. And so Brody's making his case that Stoller came over the back, and I think it was Carter Gibson. And they're saying, I think Brody's argument is Gibson had the ball as they went to the turf. Stoller snatched it away, and by the time the officials unraveled, he probably had it. But Brody's saying that play should have been dead. Well, it is Wayne Trace ball out at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 25 on the play. And now it's 1st and 10, but still only 25 seconds left. 1 timeout left for the Raiders. Tenora on the board, by the way, 14-7 Fairview at the half. Schoonauer down the middle of the field for Stoller. It's incomplete. Gibson on coverage, a stumble by Clay Stoller that time. And the ball hits the turf. And now it will be 2nd down and 10 from the 26-yard line. Again, 14-7 Fairview over Tenora at halftime in that big showdown. Here it's 13-7 Edgerton with 19.8 remaining in the first half. 2 timeouts remaining for Edgerton, 1 left for Wayne Trace. Schoonauer is going to send 3 receivers and a wing here to the near side. On this 2nd and 10, play clock at 3, at 2, at 1, and did they didn't get it off. Did they get a timeout? No, they didn't. That's going to be 5 against Wayne Trace on the delay of game. Kind of a fire drill here at the end of this first half. And now it's 2nd and 15 back at the 21-yard line. Still 19.8 remaining here in the first half of football. 2 receivers and a wing to the right. Schoonauer will be joined by Baumley in the backfield. And now Baumley will come out here into the slot. So 3 receivers set to the right. Empty backfield for Schoonauer. Schoonauer coming near side on a quarterback sweep. He's hit at the 20, gets out of a tackle, still on his feet, 25. Dragging and getting out to the 27-yard line. Hanging on for dear life was Noah Weaver, but a run on the play for Schoonauer of 6, and that's going to be the final play of the first half of football. So there you go. First half is complete on homecoming night in Edgerton. Our score on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard: Edgerton 13, Wayne Trace 7. Sit tight. The main stops of Northwest Ohio halftime show gets underway when we come back on B-Rock Sports.
The lights are on, the crowd is loud, and the action is here. High school sports are back, and Bryan Home Center is proud to cheer on our hometown teams all season long. When the game's over, bring that winning spirit home with incredible deals on furniture, mattresses, flooring, and outdoor poly furniture. Whether it's a recliner for watching the highlights or new flooring for your home turf, Bryan Home Center has you covered. Proud supporter of local athletes, Bryan Home Center in the old Rite Aid building in Bryan. Stop in today and save big.
Who doesn't love being number 1? When your team's dominating the standings or your favorite band rocks the charts at number 1, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number 1 is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call your State Farm agent, Jody Herman, in downtown Archbold today.
Family is at the heart of everything we do. At Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, we understand that your family's needs evolve over time, and we're here to support you through every stage of your journey. Whether it's saving for your kids' education, upgrading to a larger home, or planning for retirement, we're here to help you prioritize what matters most. Join us at Midwest Community, and let's build a stronger financial future for your family. Visit us online at midwestcommunity.org to learn more today.
Peltz Lumber of Montpelier and Pioneer is here to serve you. Not only have they been offering the finest in building materials for generations, but they also have a website with over 80,000 items for you to browse right at your fingertips and in your own home. Just go to peltzlumber.com and hit the products button, and there it is. Tools, hardware, lumberyard, and building materials, windows, doors, kitchen, and bath. Check out all the items you need and the prices and stop by the store in Montpelier or Pioneer, or give them a call at 419-485-3059. Peltz Lumber, building for a new generation.
Newcomers Schaefer, Spangler, and Breininger have served Northwest Ohio for over 120 years. They provide a full range of legal services, including real estate transactions, estate planning and trust administration, elder law, family law, business planning and litigation, personal injury, workers' comp, criminal and traffic defense, and more. Newcomers Schaefer, Spangler, and Breininger also supports the athletes in schools in Northwest Ohio and wish them the best of luck in this game. Huddle up, hometown fans. State Bank is here to help you win big this season. Whether you're driving toward a new home, passing on your savings to the next generation, or making the winning play with a business loan, we say, put us in, coach. Make the switch to State Bank. You'll get the home field advantage for all your financial needs. Loan subject to credit approval, yourstatebank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS 403044.
Andy Brigle back with you here in Edgerton on a Friday night. So glad you could be with us here. It is Edgerton and Wayne Trace in a competitive, close, entertaining first half. It did feature some turnovers in the first half, mixed in with some really good, solid play. Let's start. By the way, Ayersville has gotten back closer in their game with Paulding. Rick, if you're listening, you can add this to your scores, but Ayersville scored on the final play from half. A play, kind of a heave into the end zone, went through a couple of sets of hands. Ayersville caught it and got a touchdown to make it 22-13. Paulding leading Ayersville at the half. At our half, it's 13-7 Edgerton. Let's recap the scoring first here in the first half of play. In the first half, Edgerton had an opening drive that went 8 plays, a good start. They tried a field goal, unable to connect on the field goal, so after the missed field goal, it would remain scoreless. Wayne Trace would go 3 and out. Edgerton on their second possession would go 57 yards in 6 plays. Maddox Baker would hit Carter Gibson on a 28-yard score. The PAT was no good, and it was 6-0. The teams would exchange punts. Wayne Trace actually would have 2 punts sandwiched around an Edgerton punt. Edgerton, after that second Wayne Trace punt, would start on their own 14, and on the third play from scrimmage, an interception thrown by Maddox Baker that Zach Stoller would take 20 yards to the house, and Edgerton would fall behind 7-6. Edgerton, though, would answer immediately and go on a 9-play, 61-yard drive. Maddox Baker would get in the final yard, and it was 13-7. Then the two teams exchanged fumbles. Wayne Trace would then go 3 and out. Edgerton would go 8 plays and throw a second interception from Maddox Baker, and then Wayne Trace would get it at their own 1 and run 4 plays, but have a couple come very close to being picked off, including one that was a wrestling match for the football that the officials ruled a catch for Wayne Trace. The possession would die there, however, with no points scored by either team, and that completes the scoring of 13-7. Edgerton with a lead over Wayne Trace at the intermission. We'll take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the first half statistics on both sides here individually. That is to come when we return on B-Rock Sports.
When you're inside this winter, you want to not only be warm, but also have great indoor air quality. Well, Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services features it all with Lennox and iWave. iWave safely treats the air throughout your home, plus kills mold, bacteria, and viruses. It also reduces odors from pets and cooking, reduces allergens, smoke, static electricity, and dust in the air. And best of all, no maintenance, no bulb, no other parts to replace. Check out Stark's at starksphs.com or phone toll-free 1-800 329-4040.
Here at the Williams County Veterans Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veterans Service Office.
United Oil in Ney supplies and delivers home heating oil, farm fuel, diesel, and propane for your home, farm, or business throughout Northwest Ohio and with dependable service and competitive pricing. Call 1-800-962-9839. That's 1-800-962-9839 or stop by United Oil in Ney, serving you with dependable service for over 70 years. United Oil saying good luck to all athletes in this game.
Friday nights are all about hometown pride, and Bryan Home Center is proud to support our local high school athletes this season. Just like your team fights hard under the lights, Bryan Home Center is working hard to bring you the best in furniture, mattresses, flooring, and outdoor poly furniture with savings that make every home a winner. So whether you're cheering from the bleachers or relaxing at home after the game, Bryan Home Center has the comfort and style you need. Bryan Home Center in the old Rite Aid building in Bryan, supporting the community, supporting the teams, and supporting you.
Andy Brigle back with you here in the Main Stops halftime show. 13-7 Edgerton with the lead. Let's take a look at numbers in the first half. Well, Maddox Baker had a tremendous first half overall. He was 16 of 18 unofficially for 183 yards, a touchdown pass. However, the two incompletions are the two INTs he threw tonight. So efficient, but two picks and one of them taken back for a Wayne Trace touchdown tonight. So 16 of 18, 183. Baker has 12 carries for 41 yards as well on the ground. Kellen Sanchez, 6 carries for 19 yards. Orlando Puente, 3 for 10 yards. Receiving tonight, Sanchez, 3 catches for 54 yards. Carter Gibson has been the heavy target, 9 catches for 96 yards tonight and the touchdown reception. Meanwhile, Parker Eldon, 1 catch for 9 yards. Mason Eldon, 2 receptions for 22 yards. And Tucker Curl has a catch for 2 yards tonight. Jack Schunauer is 3 of 8 for 26 yards tonight, 25 of them on 1 completion this evening. Schunauer has 6 carries for 19 yards. Carter Baumley, 3 carries for 11. Lance Whitman, 1 carry for 13 yards. And then Zach Stoller, the leading receiver, with 1 catch for 15 yards. We talked in the pregame show, turnovers were going to be the storyline tonight. Would they be committed by Wayne Trace, which has been a trend? Would Edgerton feed into Wayne Trace's upset bid? And that's kind of what happened, because there's 2 interceptions and a fumble for Edgerton tonight in this game, and one of those INTs turned directly into a touchdown. Wayne Trace has a bunch of punts, but just the 1 fumble of the night, so they are +2 in the takeaway category this evening. But on the scoreboard right now, it is Edgerton up 13-7, your score in this one. Our halftime show is being brought to you, of course, by the Main Stops of Northwest Ohio. We're going to step out, take a quick timeout again. When we come back, we'll check in. Rick will have a score update of other games that are happening around the area, and perhaps even tell us what's happening with the Guardians. Boy, they just swept Detroit, and a 6.5 game lead in the division down to 3.5, and they were finally able to gain in the wild card positioning. Guardians just a game and a half out of that last wild card spot as well. We'll have the rest of the weekend games with Cleveland for you, but perhaps can get an update there as well. But anyways, we'll take a break. Back to Edgerton for more on the Main Stops halftime show after we check in back in studio with score updates here on B-Rock Sports.
Are you looking to make a difference in your community? The Fraternal Order of Eagles, Erie 2233 in Bryan, with a membership of more than 1,600, are committed in the support of all area schools and charities, with annual donations totaling more than $200,000. We committed to being an organization defined by people helping people. Our Erie features live entertainment on weekends and a kitchen that is open to the public with daily breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials, and Friday night fish fries starting every fall throughout the school year. If you're interested in being a part of an organization of people helping people, stop in and fill out a membership application today. We at the Fraternal Order of Eagles offer a one-time free first-year dues to all veterans, police, fire, and supporting first responders. For specific rules, stop in at 221 South Walnut Street in Bryan. To the listening audience on WBNO and WQCT, we say thank you and good luck to all area athletes in tonight's contest.
Hi, this is Mackenzie Now with Andrews O'Neill & Lowe Insurance Agency. Having a winning tradition for over 100 years is a big deal for any team. As our team at Andrews O'Neill & Lowe Insurance Agency celebrates this milestone, we know success does not happen by accident. It takes great teammates and partners like Central Insurance. By dedicating ourselves to the community, our clients, and each other, Andrews O'Neill & Lowe has consistently risen above the rest in protecting your family, assets, and businesses. Thank you to all who have played a role in this 100-year journey. Learn more at andrewsoneillandlowe.com.
AG Irrigation in Edgerton is your trusted valley dealer and a leader in irrigation and pivot service. Known for delivering top-tier support, they service any brand of pivot and offer solutions tailored to Ohio farmers. Whether you're running a system or just considering irrigation, AG Irrigation brings the expertise and reliability your operation needs. While others talk, AG Irrigation delivers, because irrigation isn't a sideline, it's their specialty. Call AG Irrigation at 419-298-0999.
Here's a look at your local scores at the half. Montpelier leads Summerfield, Michigan, 20-0. Archbold is on top of Evergreen, 14-0. Vanward is leading Defiance, 21-7. Wapakoneta has the lead on St. Mary, 21-7. Fairview leads Tenora, 14-7. Napoleon is on top, 22-6. Paulding leads Ayersville, 22-13. And Wauseon, Patrick Henry are all tied up 7-7.
Hi, it's Nick Toole from Baldy's Furniture and Mattress in Wauseon. Have you ever tried sleeping on a mattress so bad even your dog wouldn't nap on it? Yeah, we've been there. Backaches, cranky mornings, and coffee that just doesn't work hard enough. At Baldy's Furniture and Mattress in Wauseon, we believe furniture should fit your life, not fight it. Whether you need a Lazy Boy sofa or recliner for movie marathons or a comfortable White Dove or Serta mattress that doesn't attack your spine, we've got you covered. Sleep better, sit longer, smile more. Your body and your Netflix binge will thank you. And don't worry, we're local, right here in Wauseon. So pop into our 15,000 square foot showroom to find your perfect fit today. Tell us the radio sent you, and we might even laugh at your jokes. Baldy's Furniture and Mattress, so comfy you'll stop visiting your in-laws.
Just 3 words tell you everything you need to know. They tell you why we employ more than 2,000 workers at our factory in Virginia Beach, and why over 10,000 local steel dealers are putting battery power in the hands of Americans. Not everyone can say that, but we can. Made in America. Real steel. Find yours.
See Black Swamp Equipment in Bryan, Archbold, and Defiance.
Whether you need a simple repair or a complete overhaul on your vehicle, Batten Stevens Body Shop is your one-stop shop. Batten Stevens Body Shop on Independence Road in Defiance is the #1 voted body shop in the region. They're the only FCA, Ford, and GM certified body shop in all of Northwest Ohio. And they are your experts on all makes and models. Batten Stevens Body Shop, Defiance. Come in with confidence, drive out with satisfaction.
Welcome back to Edgerton, Ohio on this homecoming night tonight. It has been a good one, 13-7. Edgerton with the lead on the Wayne Trace Raiders, and you just kind of had the feeling that this would be a closer game than 4-0 against 0-4 might dictate here tonight. But Wayne Trace has played well. They haven't beaten themselves, and that's something that, of course, Brody Flagel is spending some time on about ball security in that locker room right now, because that, as we talked in the top of the broadcast, that is something that will keep teams in games. When you are a heavy or heavy-ish favorite or a big favorite of some kind and you turn the football over, that will open the door to all kinds of things that could go against you. Now, the good news, if you're an Edgerton fan, is they still have the lead despite being -2 in the turnover category. Coverage tonight is also being brought to you by our friends at Yarger Flagel Investment Services. Yarger Flagel will partner with you on your investment journey. You can experience the difference with everything that they do. Call Tom, Lynn, or Shelley today to schedule that free consultation. And that number is 419-298-2000. Again, coming up next week as we peek ahead to the coming weeks of high school football, we'll be into the back end of the schedule. Next week, we will hit the road for Paulding, Ohio, as the Panthers, who are unbeaten on the year, will take on Fairview. Both teams leading at the half. It was 22-13, Paulding over Ayersville, and Fairview up one score on Tenora, 14-7. Then, after that game, to kick off October, a trip back here to Edgerton for Paulding at Edgerton. Remember, after this week, Edgerton will be at Ayersville next week, and Ayersville 0-4 like Wayne Trace 0-4, so Edgerton back-to-back weeks would be favorites in their games. And then on October the 10th, we'll be here for Fairview at Edgerton on B-Rock Sports. The final 2 weeks of the regular season will be kind of up for grabs depending on how things shake out. But as it stands now, we're scheduled to see North Central at Montpelier and Montpelier at Eden. So TAC games to end the season there. So right now it is 13-7, Edgerton with the lead. Let's talk about more other than just the turnover situation, because that is something obviously really being discussed and in both locker rooms in protecting the football. And Edgerton right now more so than Wayne Trace, because they're the ones that have committed 3 in the first half. Also, as you look at what's happened on the defensive end, maybe some of the adjustments is what can Wayne Trace do defensively to get Maddox Baker a little more uncomfortable? I personally think that if your rush hems him in, Maddox Baker is a different player outside the pocket when his legs become an added weapon. He's still looking downfield. He's a capable pocket passer. I'm not saying that. I just think that if you keep him in the pocket, hemmed in a little bit more, and that means your DNs have to pinch and keep him inside the pocket a little bit, your chances of getting to him obviously increase, but your chances of having some defensive success increase. They haven't really found an answer for Carter Gibson tonight. See if Wayne Trace adjusts as well, the rush 3 and drop 8 in coverage here in the second half as well. Do they get a little bit more aggressive? For Edgerton tonight, I mean, the defense has given up no touchdowns tonight. The only score, if you're just joining us, for Wayne Trace was a pick 6 that gave them the lead 7-6 in the first quarter. So the Edgerton defense has been fine tonight. I still think there's 2 first downs that the Wayne Trace offense has collected. They got a first down on a pass interference penalty against Edgerton, but had 1 first down about a quarter and a half in, and then that heave to Stoller that was ruled a catch was the second first down that the Wayne Trace offense picked up on their own. So the Edgerton defense is continue to do what they've been doing and see if they can't put this thing away as well. Your halftime show tonight has been brought to you by the Main Stops of Northwest Ohio. Every Thursday is Thirsty Thursday at the Main Stops of Northwest Ohio. Don't forget, you are always near a Main Stop location. Second half is going to get underway in just a couple of minutes. Our score here at the half is Edgerton 13 and Wayne Trace 7. You are listening to Week 5 coverage of high school football tonight here on B-Rock 100.9.
Michael Jordan once said, some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, and others make it happen. The Edgerton Bulldogs want it, wish for it, and make it happen. The Edgerton Athletic Boosters want to thank all of the Edgerton athletes for their hard work and dedication and want to wish the athletes and coaches good luck. So from the Edgerton Athletic Boosters, go get 'em Bulldogs. We're behind you all of the way. Good luck to all the Edgerton athletes.
It's game time, and Direct Link is your home team for unbeatable deals. Score big on appliances from GE, Whirlpool, Maytag, Frigidaire, and Amana. Furnish your space with winning style from Ashley Furniture and sleep like a champion on a Molecule or Puffy mattress. And when the clock's ticking on a repair, Direct Link's all-star service team works on all appliances. Proud to back our local athletes, Direct Link, your hometown connection for quality, comfort, and service.
Family is at the heart of everything we do. At Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, we understand that your family's needs evolve over time, and we're here to support you through every stage of your journey. Whether it's saving for your kids' education, upgrading to a larger home, or planning for retirement, we're here to help you prioritize what matters most. Join us at Midwest Community, and let's build a stronger financial future for your family. Visit us online at midwestcommunity.org to learn more today.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call your State Farm agent, Jody Herman, in downtown Archbold today.
Get to Donaldson's Ace Hardware on Union Street in Bryan and pick up your gallon of paint to finish up those outside projects at tremendous prices. Find the newest colors that are trending for 2025 and the best paint on the market, Clark & Kensington. Clark & Kensington paint should be your paint of choice. With excellent coverage, washability, and a lifetime warranty, Clark & Kensington paint with the primer built right in is the only paint you'll ever buy. And Donaldson's Ace Hardware on Union Street in Bryan is ready to help. Ace, the helpful place.
Back here in Edgerton, about ready to start the second half in a 13-7 football game. Edgerton is on top of Paulding. Edgerton is on top of Wayne Trace. I had just got a Paulding update, which was the same score, so I had my brain on Paulding. Wright County, as Edgerton leads Wayne Trace 13-7. Wayne Trace is going to have the football first here to start the second half. And be interesting to see those offensive adjustments made by Matt Holden and his crew. Matt Holden in his 5th year as head coach of the Raiders. Brody Flagel, season number 6 at the helm of Edgerton. Of course, the Edgerton grad calls the plays as well offensively for the Bulldogs. In an entertaining game. So this is week 5. 3 of our first 4 games. Actually, 2 of our first 4 games were close. This counts as a close one here in week number 5 and see how it finishes. Eden last week blowing things open against Summerfield very early in the second half of play. And Montpelier handling Summerfield tonight. Whiteford is the team to beat in the TAC. Liberty Center, of course, the team in the NWOAL. And again, shoving another opponent around tonight in Bryan in a game over on our sister station, 96.5. So Parker Eldon ready to tee it up at the 40 and kick it away here to start this second half of football. Going deep for the Raiders will be Easton Jay, a 5'9" freshman, and Clay Stoller, the 5'10" senior. Stoller to the near side and Jay to the far side, both standing around the 15-yard line, waiting on Eldon's kick. Second half of this Edgerton-Wayne Trace matchup is officially underway with the Bulldogs up 13-7. It's Jay back at the 5. Middle return to the 10, 15, 20, 25-yard line, and is going to be slammed down to the turf at about the 27-yard line, and that's where Wayne Trace will begin things here in the second half. One-score game. Good crowd here on hand for this one. As we mentioned, it is homecoming night here in Bulldog Land. This is a drive that will begin officially at the 28-yard line for Wayne Trace. Jack Schunauer, the quarterback, has Carter Baumley in the backfield, a wing and a receiver to the right. Baumley gets the carry running right, now cuts back up into the middle across the 30 and follows blockers out to about the 37-yard line. Good gain on first down for Carter Baumley as he gets 9. It'll be second and a long 1 from the 37-yard line. Good push that time by the O-line of the Raiders. Receiver and wing to the left, receiver to the right. Baumley remains in the backfield with Schunauer on second down and 1. Baumley running left. Baumley has the first down at around the 40-yard line. So he will pick up 3 more on the carry. Over there is Jackson Flower, who came in as the top tackler for Edgerton. It will be a run and a first down pickup just across the 40-yard line. First and 10 Raiders. Receiver both ways, ring to the right. Baumley with a double handoff going back off to that left side. It's Lance Whitman who got it from Baumley, and he'll pound for 8 out to the 49-yard line. Just the second carry of the game for Whitman, but he's got 2 touches for 21 yards. Second and 2 from the 49. Wayne Trace playing with a little tempo and pace here as they get to the line of scrimmage. Edgerton up 13-7. First possession of the second half for either team. Receiver both ways, wing to the right. Running back is Baumley. He gets the carry again. Baumley at midfield, cut back and goes into the waiting arms, that time of Noah Weaver, but has first down yardage on a run of 4 for Baumley, and that'll move the chains. First and 10 into Edgerton territory at the 47-yard line. Couple of minutes gone by here in the second quarter, or of the third quarter, I should say. Third quarter, 13-7, Edgerton with the lead. A good-looking start to this drive for Wayne Trace. They'll flip a receiver that was left side, now comes to the right. So 2 receivers right, wing to the left. Schunauer in the backfield has a running back with him. Now a man in motion. Schunauer on a quarterback sweep. 50, 45. Schunauer at the 40. Stiff arm and will be taken out of bounds here by Asher France. But Schunauer got 8 on the run. And it'll be second down and 2 coming up. All runs right now, and there's an adjustment made here. Second and 2 at the 39-yard line of Edgerton. The adjustment has been maybe a couple of misdirection plays. They went unbalanced a couple of times. Man in motion to the far side goes Lance Whitman. Running right is Baumley, and he's into the secondary. Beg your pardon, that is Luke Miller who gets a run off that wing position down to the 31-yard line, and Miller will have 8 yards and move the sticks. First and 10, Wayne Trace at the Edgerton 31-yard line. A drive that started for them at their own 28 has quickly moved to the 31 of Edgerton. Bulldogs nursing a 13-7 lead. Receiver left, receiver right, wing to the left. Baumley in the backfield, Schunauer in the gun. Hand to Baumley. Another comeback handoff, and running off of a tackle that time is going to be Lance Whitman before he's pushed out of bounds. And Whitman gets 7 again off that double handoff. So 28 yards on 3 carries now for Lance Whitman. It'll be second down and a long 3 at the 25-yard line. This is the 8th play of the Wayne Trace drive. It's eaten off over 3.5 minutes and counting. Baumley in the backfield. as the right halfback. Receiver left and right. Wing to the left is Whitman, who has been the recipient of a couple double handoffs. Stoller in motion to the far side. They'll shovel it to him at the 30. Stoller trying to get the edge, being chased by Gibson, who did a good job of getting an open field tackle, but it is a first down run for the Wayne Trace Raiders on that little end around to Stoller. And it'll be, actually he got 3. The spot is short. I stand corrected. The spot is just a little bit short. They'll put it down at the 22. They need the 21-yard line. So 3rd and 1. Trips to the right. Wing to the right. Schunauer in the backfield by himself. Play clock at 3. Schunauer running right side, following his lead blocker. Depends on the forward progress. Weaver hauled him in and brought him back, but I think they've already moved the chains, and they have, and Schunauer will get the first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. 13-7 Edgerton. They have yet to touch it. Wayne Trace has possessed it this entire quarter. We're inside of 7.5 already. It's been all running plays for the Raiders. This will be the 10th play of the drive. Trips to the right, wing to the right. Schunauer empty in the backfield. Schunauer throws for the first time. Little screen to the near side to Baumley at the 20. Baumley to the 15. Baumley taken out of bounds near the 10-yard line. Safe pass route on the quick pop screen. Got him 11 yards. And that'll move the sticks. It will be 1st and goal at the 9. First down and goal, Wayne Trace. From the 9 of Edgerton. 3, 2 receivers right. Wing back to the right. That's Whitman. Baumley in the backfield on 1st and goal at the 9. Schunauer brings him in motion. Schunauer rolling left. Actually, it's a designed run. He's at the 10. Cut back at the 5. Flower has him and will drag him down at about the 2-yard line. So Schunauer gets 7, and it will be 2nd and goal at the 2. Make it the 3. 2nd and goal, Wayne Trace at the Edgerton 3-yard line. Hash mark far side. What an impressive drive. Can they finish with points? Baumley in the backfield with Schunauer. Wing and receiver right. Receiver to the left on 2nd and goal at the 3. Edgerton coming on a run blitz. They give to Baumley. Good cutback. Baumley into the end zone, and we are tied at 13. 13-play drive. 12 of them runs. Baumley the final 3 yards on the TD. He carried 4 of the rush plays that time, and now 6:29, a drive that took 5 minutes and 31 seconds off the clock. Ball control, smash mouth. I mean, it still spread it, but 12 of your 13 plays were runs. The left-footed boot of Moorhead is a big one coming up. Snap, spot, kick is on the way, and the extra point is good. 6:29 to play here in the third quarter. It is now Wayne Trace 14, Edgerton 13. This is high school football for Week 5 on B-Rock Sports.
Newcomers Schaefer, Spangler, and Brininger have served Northwest Ohio for over 120 years. They provide a full range of legal services, including real estate transactions, estate planning and trust administration, elder law, family law, business planning and litigation, personal injury, workers' comp, criminal and traffic defense, and more. Newcomers Schaefer, Spangler, and Brininger also supports the athletes and schools in Northwest Ohio and wish them the best of luck in this game.
We welcome you back here to Edgerton, Ohio. Paulding and Ayersville has tightened up. The Panthers were up 9, but Paulding decided to go onside. It backfired. Ayersville recovered it, got a short field, scored, and it's 22-19. Paulding leads in that one over Ayersville. Here, 72 yards in 13 plays by Paulding. Haven't seen their first month of the season, but if it's not the best drive of the season, it has to be right there. The wheels have fallen off for Tenora as Fairview has the first two scores of the second half. They lead 28-7 now over Tenora. Had a big lead a year ago, and talking about learning their lesson from then. Here's Sanchez and Edgerton getting their first touch of the second half, and that'll get them out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. So Baker, a 16 of 18 first half for 183, but those two misfires, INTs. And one was returned for a touchdown, and now an offensive touchdown for Wayne Trace, and they nurse a 1-point lead. 1st down and 10, officially spotting it at the 27-yard line. Edgerton breaking huddle, moving right to left. Trips to the left, one receiver to the right. Puente in the backfield with Baker. Baker in the gun. Baker pumps on the screen right. Baker, they are now spying him, and now two are chasing him. And now he throws it up, and it's up for grabs, and it's intercepted. Zach Stoller with another INT. Got it at the 32. He's at the 30, 25, 20, and dragged down from behind. And on the first snap, Edgerton commits their 4th turnover of the game. And there's your defensive adjustment. There was more spy work going on there to try to keep Baker in the pocket, and not one. There was one spy. He was giving chase, but then a second guy gave chase as well, and Wayne Trace with another takeaway. And now an extremely short field as they start at the Edgerton 17-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10, Wayne Trace at the 17 of Edgerton. Ottawa Hills 20, Hilltop 14. 4 turnovers committed now by Edgerton tonight, 1 by Wayne Trace. We have a delay a game, or is that what I looked down and was doing something stat-wise? It's either delay a game or an illegal substitution. It's a penalty against Wayne Trace that will back them up. So it'll be a drive that begins now 1st and 15, back at the 22-yard line. But a hot offense is back out there. Wayne Trace leading 14-13 midway through the third. Schoenauer in the gun. Inside handoff to Baumlay and make it Miller. And Luke Miller able to duck under a couple of would-be tacklers. Flower came up to engulf him at the 18-yard line. He got 4 of those yards back, did Miller. And it will be 2nd down and 11 now from the 18-yard line. 14-13. Wayne Trace here on B-Rock Sports. Receiver right, wing right, receiver left. Miller in the backfield with Schoenauer, who's in the shotgun. Schoenauer waiting on the snap, gets it. Another give to Miller. Good block on the lead block up ahead. He'll turn it inside and get to the 16. Only a couple of yards on the gain that time. Puente levels him on the tackle. And now it will be 3rd and long. 3rd down and 10 from just inside the 17. And you wonder here, I guess it depends on what they get on 3rd down. Reese Moorhead has a decent leg. I would think they're probably within his range here of be about a 34, 35-yard field goal. Baumley back in the backfield. From the wing position, Whitman goes in motion to the far side. Schoenauer rolling that way, dumps in the flat. Whitman on the catch is at the 10 and dragged out of bounds there. Let's see if forward progress got him to the 9. It did. And so now it will be 4th down and about 2 for the 1st down. And what will they do? It would be right now about a 26-yard field goal for Reese Moorhead, and Moorhead is coming out to attempt it. Edgerton has a missed field goal tonight. On that first drive of the game, Parker Eldon pushed a field goal. And Moorhead, it's going to be spotted at the 15, so it's a 25-yard kick. It's spotted on the far hash, and now a timeout has to be taken by Wayne Trace because that clock, the play clock, was running down. 5:17 remaining in the third quarter. 14-13. Wayne Trace, they'll kick a field goal when we come back.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio and Morenci, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete benefit package. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
Out of the timeout, the offense back out on the field. Play clock hadn't started yet, and that's what Edgerton's saying. Play clock still hasn't started yet. And now the snap. Baumley running left. Baumley turns inside. He is going to have the first down inside the 5-yard line. 4th down and about 2 to get the first down, and Baumley will run for the first down and gain 7 on the carry. And now quickly to the line of scrimmage is Wayne Trace. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Schoenauer juggled the snap, gives to Baumley, left side, and he'll get into the end zone for the touchdown. They cash in on the 4th turnover of the night, and Baumley from 4 yards out will get it. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the half and game. This one coming from 4 yards out, and it is now 20-13. Wayne Trace with the point after coming. Edgerton at the 5:07 mark has had it offensively for 1 snap. 1. Wayne Trace dominating here in the 3rd. The PAT is on the way, and it is good by Reese Moorhead. So an update on the score now at the 5:07 mark. We're going to keep it right here. It is now 21-13. Wayne Trace, a 14-point quarter in less than 7 minutes. What an adjustment, and now momentum wearing red, white, and blue. But Edgerton not going to be a panic team. They have seniors. It's a veteran team, more veteran than Wayne Trace. They were down a bigger deficit to Montpelier and rallied to win. So they have experience in this category. Speaking of Montpelier, they are smoking Summerfield 27-0, the score in that TAC matchup tonight. Here we have 5:07 left in quarter number 3. 21-13, Wayne Trace with the lead on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Wayne Trace had a 13-play drive for 72. That was 5 plays covering 17 yards. And again, they took a timeout. Field goal unit had been out there, took a timeout and reconsidered, and got the first down on 4th down, and then punched it in on the very next snap. Here comes the kickoff now from Lance Whitman. 21-13 Raiders. And Whitman, it's a wobbler on the far side, hits at the 29, rolls at the 30, and going to cover it up on that far sideline was Tucker Curl. And Curl got on it at the 30-yard line. Could have let it keep rolling. They'd have gained an extra 5 because it was heading out of bounds, it appeared. But you don't want a ball just fluttering there on the turf. And what if it takes a funky hop and all of a sudden it becomes a live ball? And Wayne Trace sprinting down the field gets it. 1st and 10, Edgerton at their own 30. Trailing 21-13, trips left, receiver right, wing to the right, so an empty backfield. Baker to run right, and he's leveled in the backfield. Coming up is Carter Baumley, who absolutely drilled Maddox Baker for a loss of 2 on the run. And Baker is not up yet. And I mean, Baumley came full speed ahead. They'll tend to Maddox Baker. That's where the concern is now. 4:50 to go, 3rd quarter. 21-13, Wayne Trace. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Looking for everything you need for your home, farm, and furry friends? Stop by Eden Farmers Co-op, your neighborhood country store with locations in Eden, Edgerton, and Montpelier. They've got it all. Pet supplies, animal food, bird food, outdoor products, and a full line of Land O'Lakes feed and seed treatments. Need grain storage, fertilizer, or soil sampling? They've got you covered. Plus, don't forget their top-notch feed mill services. Eden Farmers Co-op, serving your community with quality and care. Stop by today. Eden Farmers Co-op, your partner in the field and at home.
Still looking at Maddox Baker, training staff or the trainer for Edgerton is out there, and he's going to have to come out at least for this snap, being helped up now. They were looking at lower leg. He is putting weight on both legs. Hasn't walked yet, hasn't taken any steps. And now it's that he's favoring the left knee, it appears. It's a left leg situation. That's where the limp is happening. So now we are going to see, let's see who the backup quarterback will be to take this next snap. Unless Brody, he's not going to take a timeout. He wants to make sure that Maddox is okay. Some options here. My guess is it Kellen's? Nope. It is Mason Eldon who will be the quarterback. So Eldon will have Puente and Sanchez in the backfield. So Eldon, 6'2", junior, fakes on the inside and wants to throw down the near sideline, and I think some confusion on the route. Brother Parker was going on a post route, and coming on late was Carter Gibson. I'm not sure who that was intended for, but either way, it falls to the turf, incomplete. So now it will be 3rd down and 12, back at the 28-yard line. Trips to the left, twins to the right. Eldon with an empty backfield on 3rd down and 12. Eldon to throw, throws far side, pass is caught. It's going to be a gain on the play up to the 35-yard line. Going to be shy of the first down by 5. They got 7 on that play. And it will be Sanchez now who will have to punt it away. It's a 3 and out. So 4 snaps for Edgerton here in the second half. Down, still talking to Maddox Baker, who is stretching that left knee out a little bit. He's kind of been moving around on it pretty decently. See if he comes out for defense. The catch is Easton J near side, 35-40. Stumbles ahead across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. Mason Eldon on the special teams tackle. But, again, a great start to this drive for Wayne Trace. You talk about a change in everything. Momentum, tone, tenor of the game is all shifted to Wayne Trace. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns for the Raiders to go from 13-7 down to 21-13 up with 3:46 left in the third quarter. And now the football back for a third time in this quarter. A 1st and 10 at their own 47. Schunauer gives it on the inside, bellies it up. Baldwin in the secondary, 50, 40, 30, 20, see you later. Carter Baumley, 53 yards to the house, and Wayne Trace strikes again. 3rd touchdown of the quarter for Baumley. They found something from first half to second half. I mean, they're blocking better, they're executing better, but they have found something in the running game that wasn't there. This was an offense that was on ice in the first half of play, and now a 2-score lead at 27-13 as Reese Moorhead is on for the extra point, and he will knife it through to make it 28-13. A quick strike, 1 play, 53-yard drive, and the Raiders are a perfect 3 for 3 in having the football and scoring touchdowns here in the third quarter. An update on the Paulding collision with Ayersville. Ayersville had a 26-22 lead, and then Paulding has retaken it, so they got some fireworks in their second half. So it's Paulding 28-26 with a lead on Ayersville. Hilltop has retaken the lead on Ottawa Hills 22-20. Storyline here has been that Wayne Trace, winners of the last two in this series, including a shutout win at Wayne Trace last year, 26-0, down 13-7 in the at the half, has now scored 3 touchdowns and 21 unanswered points to take a 28-13 lead with still 3.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. All is not lost for Edgerton, of course. Now we got to see the status of Maddox Baker, the quarterback who left with an injury on the last possession. Wayne Trace was saying all along this week, if we can find a way to clean up our turnovers. They felt they were close offensively. Didn't get off to a good start just in moving the ball, but only have 1 turnover on the night. Edgerton has been the one giving with 4 turnovers. Here's Gibson on the return, 20, 30. Gibson with a good return out to the 34-yard line. And a flag away from the football. Flower was tangled up with Reese Olin near midfield. And they're going to get an unnecessary roughness. It's going to be a dead ball foul. And I think it's going to... I saw the tail end of it. I wasn't sure who the aggressor was. It was thrown at the 45. It's going on both teams. See, that's the chicken way out. I hate the offsetting penalties. I just do. Just, if you feel like one was the aggressor, then call it on one. Most times. Not every time. There can be an offsetting, but that didn't look... Either way, it's a 1st and 10 Edgerton at the... I'll just let that statement die there. 1st and 10 Edgerton at their own 33-yard line. 28-13, Wayne Trace, 3.5 to go. Baker is back in at quarterback. 3 receivers and a wing to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Sanchez in motion. Baker wants to throw the screen to him. A one-handed grab at the 30, 35, and out of bounds across the 40-yard line, taken out there by Clay Stoller. And they're actually going to spot him back at the 39-yard line, so it'll be a gain of 6 on the play. Second down and 4 from the 39. 3 down linemen. Trips to the right, 1 receiver and a wing to the left, so an empty backfield. Baker to run, 35. In the hole, 40. Not going to have the momentum to get him to the first down. He does pick up 2 to the 41-yard line, and it will leave Edgerton with a pretty critical 3rd and 2. I mean, they cannot punt the football back to Wayne Trace after 3 snaps. Down 28-13 with under 3 to go in the third. 3rd and 2, Puente in the backfield, trips to the right, 1 receiver to the left on this 3rd down and 2 call coming up. Baker in the gun. Baker throws far side. Pass is caught. No running room. No. Fighting off a blocker beautifully was Zach Stoller, and that's a loss of 4 on the pass play. And now it becomes a 4th down and 6 from the 37. And Brody Flagel feels like he has to go for it evidently here. Feels like they've lost all momentum. We haven't gotten anything going, and it's time to throw the dice. What do they come up with here? 4th down and 6. Baker, 2-by-2. Baker looks far side, not there. Stumbles coming back to the left. Baker on the run. Downfield. Incomplete. Had 2 receivers in the neighborhood and nobody home because it was well covered. And it's a turnover on downs. And Wayne Trace gets another short field to work with. Boy, have they elevated play here in the second half in all phases. 1st and 10 from the Edgerton 37-yard line. And the offense back out on the field after getting the stop on downs. Carter Baumley just went 53 to the house is in the backfield. 2 receivers right, a wing to the left on 1st and 10 at the 37 of Edgerton. Schunauer gives to Baumley, running left. Baumley looking for a crease, didn't get much of one. In fact, only got one on that carry. He's going to be brought down on the far side. Miles Baker got the stop. It'll be 2nd down and 9 from the 36-yard line. Ayersville fumbled the kickoff. Paulding 4 plays later punched it in. What a wild third quarter. 35-26. Paulding leads Ayersville. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. 2nd down and 9. Wayne Trace at the 36. Little bubble screen caught by Clay Stoller. Cut back at the 35. Runs into a couple of tacklers for Edgerton, but still able to battle his way to the 29-yard line. So he got 7 on the pass play. And now it's going to be 3rd down and a long 1 for the 1st down. 3rd and 1 from the 29. This next snap going to come under the 1-minute mark. Hilltop 30, Ottawa Hills 20, with 7 minutes remaining in that game as the Cadets try to get their first win of the year. 3 receivers left, wing back to the right. Schunauer empty in the backfield on 3rd down at the 29. 3rd and 1. Schunauer, reverse handoff, and Flower read it beautifully. Great defensive play as he is able to ensnare Corbin Varner, and we have an injured Bulldog with 39 seconds left in the third quarter. It's a loss back to the 32, so it would be a 4th down and 4 coming up. We're going to stay right here with that injured Bulldog. 4th and 4 from the 32 with 39 seconds left in the third quarter, and Wayne Trace leading it 28-13. I would assume that out of this injury timeout, Montpelier has defeated Summerfield 27-0. So there you go, Rick. That is a final. 27-0 Montpelier. And at the midway point, the Locos climb above 500 at 3-2 now on the season and move to 2-0 in the TAC. And still haven't got a number yet as who was the injured Bulldog, the trainer. It's Miles Baker. Tough third quarter for the Baker boys. Miles walking off under his own power. Meanwhile, Wayne Trace has been huddled up around their offensive coaches. It's at the 32-yard line, and it is a 4th down and 4 from the 32. Edgerton's defense needs this stop. Down 28-13. The clock is now winding inside of a half minute to go in the third. 2 receivers left, wing to the right, wing goes in motion. That's Whitman. Schunauer rolling to the left. Looks, has him wide open in the flat, and it's juggled and then caught. Whitman stumbles inside the 20, 15, 10, out of a tackle, 5, touchdown on 4th and 5. Another conversion. Schunauer hits Lance Whitman, who juggled the catch to begin with. And the wheels have completely come off for Edgerton in the third quarter. 4 plays, 37 yards on the drive. Schunauer to Whitman. And now Reese Moorhead for another extra point with 14 seconds left. I mean, if you are just tuning in, this is as stunning development in a game as you can imagine. The extra point is good. Edgerton held a 13-7 lead at halftime. Wayne Trace has now had it 4 possessions in the fourth quarter. In the third quarter. 4 possessions in the third quarter, and the Raiders have scored touchdowns on all 4. And they have turned this now into a 35-13 lead with 14 seconds left in the third quarter. That's why I always say that sports is the ultimate reality show. You never know. I mean, as unscripted as they come, particularly high school sports. I mean, Edgerton had a lead. It wasn't a dominate. I mean, they were up. They'd had turnovers, and you just figured if Edgerton would just clean up the turnovers, the way that they had played, Wayne Trace's offense really didn't have much going in the first half. Their touchdown came on a pick six. And their offense has come to life now. 4 offensive touchdowns in the third quarter alone. And now Edgerton, an enormous hole to dig out of here, down 35-13 with 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Reese Moorhead will kick it away. We've also seen Whitman kick tonight as well. Run up and the kick will bounce, and it's going to trickle out of bounds. And if they elect to take it, it'd come out to the 35-yard line. You're listening to coverage of high school sports tonight, and it's being brought to you in part by Yarger Flagle Investments. Your financial future starts with Yarger Flagle Investments. Call 419-298-2000. Edgerton, interception, punt, turnover on downs for their drives in the second half. Now the offense out there, 1st and 10. They're going to have to play with some tempo here as we go into the fourth quarter, trailing by 22 in this one, 35-13. 2-by-2 look, Baker to throw. Baker dancing, flushed right. Here's the spy coming up on him, and now he just throws it away. The defensive adjustments have been really good by Matt Holden and his staff. They're still only rushing 3, and then they have a spy on Baker. And we talked about how you get him outside the pocket. That's where he is his most dangerous. And they have really hemmed him in. Here comes Ottawa Hills, 30-26. Hilltop with the lead on the Green Bears in the fourth quarter. Baker again on 2nd and 10, wants to throw in the flat, delivers it, and Curl is going to be beaten to the turf immediately by Stoller, and that's how the quarter will come to an end with a gain of 3 on the play. It'll be a 3rd and 7 for Edgerton when we start the fourth. As dominant a quarter as you will find. Wayne Trace 35, Edgerton 13. We go to the fourth on Week 5 coverage of high school football on V-Rock Sports.
Good luck tonight to all the area athletes. Hard quality work means a lot to an athlete and to everyone at Peltz Lumber Company in Montpelier and Pioneer. Peltz is in the business of working hard for you. Whether you need something as simple as a 2x4 or all the materials for your new home or pole barn, Peltz Lumber has what you need and will deliver it to you in a timely fashion. Hard work and quality materials is what you'll find at Peltz, and hard work on the field and in practices are what makes these area teams great. Good luck tonight from Peltz Lumber Company in Montpelier and Pioneer, building for a new generation.
Andy Brigle back with you here in Edgerton, Ohio. What was a close, contested game at the intermission at 13-7 Edgerton has turned into, right now, a Wayne Trace runaway. They're up 35-13 as we begin the fourth quarter. And Edgerton will have a 3rd down and 7 at their own 38-yard line. 2 receivers right and left and a wing to the right. 3 down linemen coming. Dropping 8, but also a spy. Now chasing Baker. Baker, 35, now dumps it at midfield. Little toe tap at midfield is going to be caught by Gibson. That is a gain of 12 on 3rd down and 7. And we'll move the chains for a 1st down. A much, much needed 1st down, but a long road ahead here for Edgerton. Just underway in the fourth. 35-13 on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Wayne Trace with the lead. Trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Puente in the backfield on this 1st down and 10 at the 49. Baker looking. He's going to have all time because only 3 are coming to get him. Now he just throws that one away. That spy has been Braden Sin quite a bit. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. So the thing here is rush 3, drop 7, and have a spy on Maddox Baker. That's been the second half strategy and work to perfection here. Plus they're +3 on turnovers. Trips to the right, twins to the left, quarterback draw. Baker to the 45, pushed ahead to the 41-yard line. So Baker will have 8 on that rush. And now it'll be another 3rd down coming up. From the 42, it'll be 3rd down and 3 for Edgerton. Cashed in on a 3rd down earlier. 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. 3rd and 3 Edgerton at the 42 of Wayne Trace. 35-13 Raiders, under 11 to play. Here's that speed option. Baker with a cutback has a 1st down as he's down inside the 40 at the 37-yard line. He'll gather 5. Coming in to make the stop, Alex Doster for Wayne Trace, which is a good sign. He left the game with an injury earlier tonight. So 1st and 10, Edgerton at the 37-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Puente in the backfield. 1st and 10 at the 37. Baker the shotgun snap. Baker wants it all. Down the right sideline. Gibson carved out a little space, but it's incomplete. Pass took him out of bounds anyways. Clay Stoller had the coverage. 2nd and 10 at the 37. That'll stop the clock with exactly 10.5 remaining in this one. Edgerton needs 3 touchdowns, and somewhere in there have to get at least 1 2-point conversion attempt. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. So the empty look on 2nd down and 10. Screen coming, and it's caught by Gibson, but read beautifully by Jack Schunauer. He came and gathered him immediately for no gain. And it'll be 3rd down and 10 from the 37. 4-down territory, no question here. 3rd and 10 at the 37, 4 wide, 2 each way. Back to throw is Baker. He will gun it downfield again once Gibson, and it's incomplete. And it'll be 4th down and 10 from the 37 of Wayne Trace. And as we said, offense staying out there. 4th and 10 at the 37. 9:57 left, 35-13 Raiders. 3 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Back to throw. Looks, throws it out in the flat. Caught by Eldon. Parker Eldon gets out of 1, gets out of a 2nd, but had way too far to go. Schunauer slowed him. It's a gain of a couple, but it's another turnover on downs for the Edgerton Bulldogs. And Wayne Trace now will take over at their own 36 with an opportunity to really go to work on the clock here with 9:49 remaining and up 35-13. Hilltop answers again, and now they lead Ottawa Hills 36-26 with 3 minutes remaining in that game. From their own 36, Schunauer and the Raiders offense. A perfect second half offensively in scoring. 1 receiver right, 1 receiver and a wing to the left. Baumley, I believe. Nope, it's Miller in the backfield. Miller gets the handoff. Miller is going to be swallowed up by Miles Baker defensively. Baker just a freshman, and Miles has a really bright future here in this one for the for the Bulldogs. Loss of 2 back to the 34-yard line, so it'll be 2nd down and 12. And again, Wayne Trace going to utilize, I would assume, most of the play clock. Even if they would go 3 and out, they have a chance to at least chew off a couple minutes or so of the clock. Schunauer has a running back in the backfield. I believe it might be Miller again. Receiver both ways and a wing to the left. It's Schunauer following Miller and running right, getting outside, 40, 45, and tight ropes down the sideline. They ruled him out. He's still running, but they ruled him out at the 47-yard line. He just ran for 13 and moved the chains, but it's not going to be a touchdown. It'll be 1st and 10 for Wayne Trace out at the 47-yard line. Actually, I beg your pardon. He ran for 10 on the play. Not 13, 10 on that run to pick up the 1st down to the 47-yard line. 1st down and 10. Wayne Trace at their own 47 with 8:55 remaining and in control, up 35-13. Schunauer gives to Miller. Little stutter step, and then Miller is buried by Jackson Flower and pushed backwards. No gain for Miller. Second down and 10 for, make it second down. They didn't give him forward progress. Second down and 12 back at the 45-yard line. Second and 12, Wayne Trace. From their own 45, leading Edgerton 35-13. Two receivers left. Wing to the right. Miller, the lone setback. Here comes a man in motion. That is Varner. And it's Schunauer on the run. Schunauer looking for a block. Not going to get it. Again, it is Flower. Baker was there with an assist, but Jackson Flower, see ball, get ball. And now a third and long. That's another loss of a yard on the play by Schunauer. Third down and 13 at their own 44-yard line. Play clock, still plenty of time on it at 12. 7.5 left in the game. They'll spread the field. Schunauer with trips to the right. Wing to the left. Snap comes at 2. Inside handoff, Varner trying to get the edge. 45, 50, 45, and inside the 45 stretches it to the 44-yard line. He is going to be about a yard shy of the first down. 12 on the run for Varner. And 4th and 1, Wayne Trace. Kind of conventional wisdom says just punt and bury them and make them go the length of the field. But Wayne Trace wants the opportunity here, it looks like, to potentially step on Edgerton's throats and finish them here potentially. They're going to go for it. 4th and 1, quarterback draw. Schunauer first down, 40, still on his feet, 35. Schunauer dragged down at the 31, and 13 more for Jack Schunauer. The book on him when we were talking with people around the area and coaches is that he is a gamer. Had an injury last year, kind of played through it. Tough kid. Embattled a little bit this year with the 9 INTs thrown, but he's been spectacular tonight. 1st and 10 from the 32 of Edgerton. Schunauer with twins to the right, a wing to the left, and again, they're going to milk that play clock. We are at the midway point of the fourth quarter with Wayne Trace up 35-13. Here's the handoff and a cut back in the hole by Miller. Miles Baker able to toss him to the turf at the 27-yard line, but 5 on the run for Luke Miller. And they're right back on the ball with a 2nd down and 5, but should be in no hurry here. I mean, you want to bleed this thing dry. Up 35-13. 13-7 Edgerton at the half, 28 unanswered by the Raiders. Snap comes, another give. Hit in the backfield is Luke Miller, and then driven backwards by Miles Baker. The next snap will come under the 5-minute mark left in this game. Paulding 35, Ayersville 32, with 5 minutes remaining in that one. Fairview was up a couple of scores on Tenora last we heard. And if they both hang on tonight, it would set the stage for a matchup of 5-0 next week in a game we'll have, Fairview at Paulding. From the 29, it will be 3rd down and 7 for Wayne Trace. 2 receivers to the right, they'll throw it, and it's incomplete. Curious call there, if nothing else. I mean, I know it's 4.5 minutes to go. Anything can happen. You want to either bleed more time, I would think, or make Edgerton start to use timeouts. And Wayne Trace kind of in no man's land here. It's way too far for a Reese Moorhead field goal try. Don't want to punt it. So you got a 4th and 7 at the 29-yard line. Now they break the huddle. 4th and 7 at the 29 with 4:36 remaining, 35-13. Trace with the lead. Schunauer going right. Schunauer on the move. Looks, dumps it down the field, and it's incomplete. Good job utilizing the sideline as an extra defender by Gibson over there to nudge him out of bounds. And Wayne Trace will finally see their streak of touches and scores here in the second half come to an end as they'll get stopped on downs. And Edgerton, with 4:29 left, will have a first down and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Well, for Edgerton, barring a miraculous comeback, they can't let one bad half turn into losses. They've got to continue to keep plugging and fighting, and they get downfield. Baker pushes it into Gibson's hands, and Wayne Trace went for the pick, and they score. Baker, a 62-yarder to Carter Gibson, or 72 yards, I beg your pardon. Hitting the home run ball. It's the second time they've hooked up tonight. Still a lot of ground to make up, but it's a 72-yard TD pass to make it 35-19. And Brody Flagel is going to elect to go for two here with 4:18 remaining. Three receivers will go right. One receiver to the left. Puente in the backfield. Baker brings Sanchez in motion. Baker to throw. Pressure coming immediately. He's flushed right. Baker trying to get to the front edge, and he reaches and gets in for the 2-point conversion. And now it is strictly a 14-point game. Well, don't go anywhere quite yet. 4:18 left in this one. 35-21. Wayne Trace with a lead. Potentially an onside kick. We'll see, but something coming up when we come back.
Huddle up, hometown fans. State Bank is here to help you win big this season. Whether you're driving toward a new home, passing on your savings to the next generation, or making the winning play with a business loan, we say, put us in, coach. Make the switch to State Bank. You'll get the home field advantage for all your financial needs. Loan subject to credit approval, yourstatebank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS 403044.
When you're inside this winter, you want to not only be warm, but also have great indoor air quality. Well, Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services features it all with Lennox and iWave. iWave safely treats the air throughout your home, plus kills mold, bacteria, and viruses. It also reduces odors from pets and cooking, reduces allergens, smoke, static electricity, and dust in the air. And best of all, no maintenance, no bulb, no other parts to replace. Check out Stark's at starksphs.com or phone toll-free 1-800-329-4040.
On that 2-point conversion, a Wayne Trace Raider down and injured. He's face down at the 15-yard line. Never got a number, so don't even want to try to guess. Now they've rolled him over onto his back and are working there. So still a big hole, but that quick strike. And I'm sure the defensive coaches for Wayne Trace are talking to the kids right now about not trying to go for the hero plays and keep everything in front of you, and make Edgerton drive and use time. But the best case scenario for Edgerton just happened. Wayne Trace DB in Stoller did go for the ball, didn't get it. And then once Gibson made the grab, he was gone down the near sideline, 72 yards for a score. So now 35-21. You do have 3 timeouts left if you're Edgerton. Don't necessarily have to go onside. And being helped to his feet is Xander Warren, 5'9", 200-pound senior. And he started to get up and went down. I wonder if it's I can't tell if they're working on a knee or a cramping situation. And tonight would be one of those nights where you could see some cramping, and we haven't really tonight at all. A night that was third week of September warm. We began the night in the low 80s, and they're down into the 70s. And now they're going to bring a couple of guys out to maybe help Xander off the field here. That's not a cramp. He's not putting any weight on that right leg, so again, that's why we don't speculate. I couldn't tell what they were working on that far side. It was definitely right leg. All right, so now what will, and we hope Xander is okay, what will Brody Flagel elect to do here? He has options. 35-21, Wayne Trace. 4:18 remaining on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Wayne Trace, I'm assuming, will send the hands team out there to guard against the onside. If you're just tuning in, Edgerton began the night 4-0. Wayne Trace 0-4. Edgerton 1-0 in the conference, and the Raiders 0-1. So it is the hands team out there. The only man going anywhere beyond 10 yards. 10 of the 11 guys are between the 50 and the 40, and then the deep guy is Easton J. But let's see what Edgerton elects to do. Again, a full complement of 3 timeouts left for the Bulldogs. Eldon, and it's on the ground, and it's Schunauer on the onside, got it on the high hop. Or check that, Carter Clemens. Carter Clemens, a 6'3 senior, and a flag is down. It could be on a blow to the head as Clemens was making the grab at the 45-yard line. And that's exactly where the flag was thrown. So Edgerton electing to go onside. Got that high hop, and Wayne Trace smothered it. It is going to go against Edgerton. So Wayne Trace will start a drive here on the Edgerton side of the field. That's kind of what we thought it would be. It's a 15-yarder to the 40. So 1st and 10 Raiders from the Edgerton 40-yard line. 35-21, Wayne Trace. Edgerton will probably utilize their timeouts here. They have to. Got to get the ball back. They need 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points to tie it in 4:17. Schunauer has 2 receivers left, a wing to the right, and Baumley is back in the backfield. Miller had gotten all the snaps last series. Edgerton coming on a run blitz. Baumley, stutter step move in the hole, and will battle his way down to the 36-yard line. So Baumley will have 4. He has 3 second-half touchdowns. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Edgerton not electing to use a timeout yet. So if I'm Wayne Trace, I utilize as much of time as I possibly can here. I don't snap it to 1. Literally at 1. 3:41, 3:42, play clock down to 10. 2 receivers right, wing to the left, Baumley in the backfield, Schunauer in the shotgun. Schunauer gets the snap. Schunauer gives to Baumley. Baumley not going to go anywhere. He'll lose one, and Brody Flagel will get one of those timeouts. We'll call it no gain. And it'll be 3rd and 6 now for Wayne Trace at the 36 of Edgerton with 3:27 remaining. 35-21 Wayne Trace. We're keeping it right here. Again, next week, Fairview at Paulding, our broadcast game. Coverage again will start at around 6:40. Looking forward to that trip to Paulding County. Both teams had leads the last we heard. Hilltop has won their first game, and now not only do they have a lead, they have won. Paulding is 5-0. They hang on and beat Ayersville 35-32. Hilltop has knocked off Ottawa Hills 42-26 for their first win. Here, it's 35-21 Wayne Trace on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Trace with a 3rd and 6 from the 36 of Edgerton. 2 receivers and a wing to the left. Baumley, the running back. Schunauer in the shotgun. Schunauer. Both teams, by the way, with 2 timeouts remaining. Schunauer brings a man in motion. That's Whitman to the far side. It's a low snap. It's a quarterback bouncing outside. Schunauer got out of 1 tackle and not going to get much farther. He'll get a yard to the 35. They never actually brought him down. He was pushed backward by Leppelmeyer and company. He ran for 1. Brody Flagel uses a second timeout. And now it will be a 4th and 5 for Wayne Trace at the 35 of Edgerton. Clock stopped with 3:17 remaining. 35-21. Wayne Trace on top. A first down here, assuming Wayne Trace goes for it. I mean, they're in, again, no man's land at the 35. A first down here would seal the deal for Wayne Trace, with only 1 timeout left for Edgerton. But an Edgerton stop at least gives them hope. A wise man once said, hope is a good thing. Maybe the best of things. No more Shawshank quotations. So they are going to punt. It'll be Reese Moorhead to punt and pin here. It's a low snap off of a hop, and he's angling for the far side out of bounds. It'll go out of bounds by more than 10 yards. It's just a matter of where they stop. And they'll stop at the 17-yard line. So Matt Holden going to play field position there. He gains about 18 yards in the exchange. So now you have a 35-21 Wayne Trace lead, 3:11 remaining. Bulldogs need 2 touchdowns. They have 1 timeout at their disposal. Wayne Trace's goal now, if they learn their lesson, to not have DBs go for balls. I mean, unless it's kind of right to them. Don't take chances on 50-50 balls. 3 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. Here's your snap and a rollout for Baker. Baker throws, caught by Eldon at the 20, 25, and out of bounds near the 30. That was Parker Eldon on the grab. On a drive that started at their own 16-yard line, is going to be a first down pickup up to the 29-yard line. So 1st and 10, Edgerton at their own 29. 3:05 remaining, trying to mount an enormous comeback. Rushing 3 again is Wayne Trace. 35-21 over the middle. Pass is going to be caught. Kellen Sanchez, the grab out to the 38-yard line, brought down immediately by Reese Moorhead. That's a pickup of 8 on the play. They'll hustle to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 2 at the 38. Baker throws in the flat. Pass is juggled and incomplete. Intended for Parker Eldon. And that will stop the clock now with 2:42 remaining. 3rd and 2, Edgerton at their own 37. Hash mark near side. Trailing Wayne Trace 35-21. 2-by-2 look. 1 running back in the backfield. That is Curl. Eldon in motion to the far side. 3rd and 2. Baker under duress. Flushed right. Throws downfield. Got a man open. It's Gibson into Wayne Trace territory. He'll be slammed down at the 46-yard line. Pickup of 19 on the play. And that'll move the chains again. 1st and 10 now at the 46. Edgerton on the ball. They'll wind it. 2.5 left. 35-21 Trace. 2 receivers right and left. Back to throw. Out of the shotgun is Baker. They're rushing only 3. And again, they got 2 guys spying on Baker, and he'll just throw it away. Nobody home. And an injured Raider is down. That's Brennan Miller, a 6-foot sophomore. And that will stop play for a moment. We'll get a chance to kind of gather ourselves as Miller reached immediately for his back. 2nd and 10, Edgerton at the 46 of Wayne Trace. 35-21 Raiders. 2:20 left as Edgerton is in scramble mode to try to come back. We'll step out and be back in 30.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Back out here at Stauffer Field in Edgerton, tale of two halves and actually a big explosion in the second half. Edgerton led 13-7 at the break. Wayne Trace, 4 second-half touchdowns, grabbed a 35-13 lead. Edgerton got a home run ball from Baker to Gibson, 72 yards just a bit ago, and got it to 35-21. That's where we're at now, Bulldog possession. 2nd and 10 at the Raiders' 46-yard line with 2:20 remaining. 1 timeout left for Edgerton, 2 remain for Wayne Trace. So obviously 2 touchdowns need to be scored by Edgerton, and they need an onside kick recovery in there somewhere too. So a lot still has to happen. 2-by-2 formation here in receivers with a running back standing in the backfield next to Baker. Baker in the shotgun gets the snap. Baker with a 3-man rush, going to run far side. He's at the 45, 40, looking to get out of bounds, and will do so at the 35-yard line. It's a scramble run of 11 for Maddox Baker. The spy was a little late. It was Baumley who had him that time and couldn't get there. So 1st and 10 1st and 10 now after the pickup of 11 to the 35. 2:11 remaining in regulation. 35-21. Empty backfield. Trips to the right. Twins to the left. Baker from the gun. Baker looking. Now steps up. Going to run again, it looks like. He's at the 35. Taken down from behind and close to a ball knocked free by Schoenauer. It's a scramble of 5 for Baker, but that will eat some time now. It's actually a run of 4, so it'll be 2nd down and 6 from the 31. Down to 1:50 left in this game. 35-21 Wayne Trace. Baker wanted to go over the middle, not there. Baker looks, throws, caught, brought down at the 26-yard line is going to be Mason Eldon. He got only 5, though, on the completion, so the clock will continue to move. No, they did get the first down. Beg your pardon. Forward progress to the 25. So a 1st down and 10 at the 25. Clock at 90 seconds left. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Baker wants the end zone, looking for Gibson. Caught it! Touchdown! Carter Gibson. Little nudge to create space, and Edgerton's within a score. Great veteran move there. Did he inch him off him? Did he push off a little bit to get room? Yeah, he did, but he did it very slyly. And now it's 35-27, as that's good for 25. And now Eldon for the extra point. And the game's going to come down now to an onside kick. Here's Parker Eldon's try. The extra point is right down Broadway. 35-28. Don't go away just yet. Your football game going to be decided right here on the onside kick. That drive for that drive for Edgerton, 6 plays, make it 7 plays in 84 yards. The last 25, Baker to Gibson. They've connected on 3 different occasions tonight. 28 yards, 72 yards, and 25 yards. And now it's 35-28 with 1:26 remaining. Wayne Trace with the lead on Edgerton in search of that first win. Edgerton 4-0 when the night began. Bulldogs have only 1 timeout left, so it is imperative that they recover this onside kick. Last time they tried it, it was one hop, and Carter Clemens at 6'3" climbed the ladder and went and got it. So here's your football game for all intents and purposes. What direction will they go this time? 35-28, Wayne Trace on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Eldon has it teed up. Football game coming down and hanging in the balance here. Here's your onside kick. It's a line drive. It's on the ground and not much hop to it. Reese Olwen gets on it at the 41-yard line, and Wayne Trace will take over there. And again, the Bulldogs have only one timeout left at their disposal. That should do it. Should. Keep in mind, Trace does operate exclusively out of the shotgun, like so many teams do. But when you have those shotgun snaps, you never take anything for granted. But they're in victory formation, you assume, unless something horrendous happens here to the Raiders. It's going to be ball game. Going way deep is Clay Stoller. 125 officially on this snap, and Schunauer will now take that knee. And Edgerton will use their final timeout now with 1:22 remaining. So the Bulldogs out of timeouts. I want to take this opportunity to thank Edgerton Athletic Director Keith Marillet for the wonderful hospitality tonight. The coaches for their assistance. Matt Holden of Wayne Trace. Brody Flagel, of course, of Edgerton. 1:22 left. It's a 2nd and 15 from the 36-yard line. There's the kneel down back at the 31. So now it will be 3rd down and 20 back at the 31. So 1:10 and 33. So you're going to get this down to, let's see, as we do the math here, the next snap going to happen around 37 seconds left. Play clock at 14, at 13. Game clock under 50 now. 3rd and 20 from the 31-yard line. Schunauer waiting a snap. Play clock at 2, at 1, and now a timeout will be taken by Matt Holden as the clock stops with 37 seconds left in the game. 35-28. Wayne Trace with the lead. Edgerton led 13-7 at the intermission. Wayne Trace then scored 28 unanswered to grab a 35-13 lead. However, Edgerton wouldn't roll over on homecoming night. They've gotten it back to a score. Tried a couple of onside kicks, unable to recover either of them. And now they have a 3rd and 20 staring at them. Wayne Trace 3rd and 20 at their own 31. And 37 seconds left in the game. No timeouts left for the Dogs. 1 remaining for Wayne Trace. Schunauer gets the snap, takes that knee back at the 26. And as they spot it, let's see the difference. 32, 31. Play clock, not going to even, that's going to do it. They won't have to. Wayne Trace has started to hustle off the field. And for a 3rd consecutive year, Wayne Trace has knocked off the Edgerton Bulldogs. The final score tonight, Wayne Trace 35, Edgerton 28. Stick around. The post-game show gets underway next on B-Rock Sports.
United Oil in Ney supplies and delivers home heating oil, farm fuel, diesel, and propane for your home, farm, or business throughout Northwest Ohio and with dependable service and competitive pricing. Call 1-800-962-9839. That's 1-800-962-9839 or stop by United Oil in Ney, serving you with dependable service for over 70 years. United Oil saying good luck to all athletes in this game.
Are you looking to make a difference in your community? The Fraternal Order of Eagles, Erie 2233 in Bryan, with a membership of more than 1,600, are committed in the support of all area schools and charities, with annual donations totaling more than $200,000. We committed to being an organization defined by people helping people. Our Erie features live entertainment on weekends at a kitchen that is open to the public, with daily breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials, and Friday night fish fries starting every fall throughout the school year. If you're interested in being a part of an organization of people helping people, stop in and fill out a membership application today. We at the Fraternal Order of Eagles offer a one-time free first-year dues to all veterans, police, fire, and supporting first responders. For specific rules, stop in at 221 South Walnut Street in Bryan. To the listening audience on WBNO and WQCT, we say thank you and good luck to all area athletes in tonight's contest. The lights are on, the crowd is loud, and the action is here. High school sports are back, and Bryan Home Center is proud to cheer on our hometown teams all season long. When the game's over, bring that winning spirit home with incredible deals on furniture, mattresses, flooring, and outdoor poly furniture. Whether it's a recliner for watching the highlights or new flooring for your home turf, Bryan Home Center has you covered. Proud supporter of local athletes, Bryan Home Center in the old Rite Aid building in Bryan. Stop in today and save big.
Welcome back here to Stauffer Field in Edgerton, and a disappointed homecoming crowd will leave here tonight, but for Wayne Trace, it has to feel terrific as they go on the road here tonight and knock off the Edgerton Bulldogs 35-28. Recapping what happened in scoring kind of in this game. For the Edgerton Bulldogs, Maddox Baker got things going on a 28-yard TD pass to Carter Gibson to make it 6-0. Wayne Trace would take the lead. Zach Stoller had a 20-yard INT return for a touchdown. They led 7-6. Then Baker would cap off a 61-yard drive with a 1-yard TD run, and it was 13-7 at the half. But then the third quarter and early and into the fourth all belonged to Wayne Trace. Baumley, a 3-yard TD run. That's Carter Baumley, a 13-play, 72-yard drive to open up the second half. It was 14-13. Edgerton's next snap, or the only snap they would have in the third quarter, at least initially, turned into an INT. And on a 17-yard drive with a very short field, Trace would go 5 plays. Baumley would go the final 4 yards to make it 21-13. A 3-and-out for Edgerton. And from their own 47, Carter Baumley would bust one 53 yards, and it was 28-13. A turnover on downs by Edgerton gave Wayne Trace the ball at the 37 of Edgerton. 4 plays later, Jack Schunauer would find Whitman out of the backfield for a 32-yard touchdown pass, and that was Lance Whitman, of course, and that made it 35-13. Each team would exchange giving it up on downs. Then Edgerton would mount their charge. Maddox Baker to Carter Gibson, 72 yards, 2-point try was good. It was 35-21. Edgerton would force Wayne Trace into a 3-and-out. Baker would hit Gibson again, 25 yards to cap off an 84-yard drive. Edgerton's second onside kick attempt was much like their first. It didn't work, and Wayne Trace would then kneel it out to win this game 35-28. Tonight, Jack Schunauer ended the night 6 of 11 passing, and he ended up with just 46 yards in the air, but he ran for 59 yards on a dozen carries. It was Carter Baumley's night, 13 carries, 99 yards, and 3 touchdowns. All of the touchdown runs came in the second half. Maddox Baker, a 27 of 38 night through the air for 334 yards. He would also gain 49, 50, 70 yards on the ground. Kellen Sanchez would have a good all-purpose night tonight of close to 100 yards total. It was Carter Gibson's night, though, overall, as he made 11 catches for 187 yards through the air unofficially, and those touchdown receptions. Turnovers would be the undoing for Edgerton, as they would end up committing 4 on the game. They were -3 in the turnover department tonight, and then had a couple of turnover on downs. So those empty possessions kind of killed things tonight for Edgerton. But credit goes to Wayne Trace for the job that they did tonight in knocking off Edgerton 35-28 and a hard-earned win on the road here tonight. And they're 1-1. Still very much, it's early in the GMC schedule. They play the heavy hitters. Next up for Edgerton will be a road trip to Ayersville, who pushed Paulding tonight. Paulding ended up winning, while Wayne Trace will have a game at home next week against the Hicksville Aces. We have some post-game awards to hand out, starting with our Edward Jones MVP of the night. We're going to go with Carter Baumley, who had the 13 carries for 99 yards and 3 touchdowns on the night. So congratulations to Carter Baumley. Support for high school sports comes from Melissa Stockman and April Whitty at 130 North Main Street in Bryan, your Edward Jones financial advisors. For more information, visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC. All right, the collision of the game tonight, and that collision of the game is going to be a hit from Zach Stoller this evening, and Stoller had a big hit. Maddox Baker ended up down, missed a play, but came right back in, but just a clean, heavy, hard hit, and a good one from Zach Stoller. Our Batten Stevens collision of the game. Batten Stevens voted the #1 body shop in the region on Independence Road in Jewell. Experts on all makes and models. Come in with confidence, drive out with satisfaction at Batten Stevens. And finally, our McMahon's Best One Tire play of the game tonight, and we're going to go with the INT return on the pick 6 by Stoller tonight that went 20 yards for the score. And that will be our McMahon's Best One Tire play of the game. So next week, it's showdown time in Paulding as the Panthers will host the Fairview Apaches in a battle of unbeatens coming up next Friday night. Coverage will start at about 6:40 with the pregame kickoff at 7. Once again, our final tonight from Edgerton on homecoming night. Wayne Trace spoils things, grabbing their first win of the year as they knock off the Edgerton Bulldogs. Final tonight, Wayne Trace 35 and Edgerton 28. Stay with us. The Scoreboard Show is next, presented by Midwest Community Federal Credit Union. So long, everybody.